I come in the press room, you in the press room, working on our Stars Hottronic heat press, using all the vinyl, making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson.
Come on, man.
Nah, people know about you.
Word.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room, working on our Stars Hottronic heat press, using all the vinyl, making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Don't ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can.
Nuts on you. Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Peanut, the CEO of Dash Resource LLC. I got my man Kev Easily in the building, bro.
Yo,
what's
what's
good?
up? What's up, fellas?
What's good, man? So
Let's get it going today.
For sure, man. So this is the Real Neighborhood News, Legendary Edition, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna kind of, you know what I'm saying, intertwine that. So I wouldn't be me if I ain't asked you the viral question, man. So how you feel about Mystical, man, his situation right now?
Wow. So, second, man, I don't want to upset any community, you know, different communities out there. You know what I mean? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Right.
But man, that's crazy that's bananas, bro.
Yeah.
If
No pun
if that
intended.
really happened, that is crazy. I don't want. If I gave my opinion, it'd be sounding like I'm saying that he's just having sex roughly. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
Right.
I don't want to get crazy. I don't want people to call and talk crazy to me. I don't know what happened. I wasn't in the room with him. But man, either he's a straight up crazy fool, or I don't know.
So I'm gonna read some of the charges that he has right now. He has rapper Mystical arrested, accused of first-degree rape and battery. The Mystical is facing a third allegation of rape and battery. We all know before, you know, he did 6 years for his first time he got charged. The second time he actually beat that charge, and then now he's faced with another, you know, count of this. In his last interview, he said, you know, after he beat the case, I looked into it. He was saying more or less, you know, I need to do things differently. You know, I really got to watch who I'm hanging around. So to me, it's kind of weird that you catch a third charge after that. But the person I am, I love research, right, Gav? Like, I love research.
You do your
homework. So I went and looked at his track list, bro, of his actual song titles, right? You know what I'm saying? I looked at his song titles. So Mystical's questionable song list is, he has one song called 13 Years, right?
Is that what he did?
No.
Nah, he didn't do that much time.
Then he got a song called Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Then he got a song called Ain't No Limit. Then he got a song, Did I Do It? Then he got a song, You Can't Handle This. Then he got a song called Dick on a Track. A song called Sleeping With Me. It Yearns. And one of my songs that I like, they should prosecute him, is based off the song called Pussy Crook.
Ah, yeah.
That is on the Tarantula album.
That's what they probably been looking at in court.
That is off. And
Those real titles?
yes, those are real titles. You can look those up. Pussy Crook is the title he has, right? And I mean, to me, I just think like we need to think about like his actual message in his music. You know what I'm saying? Like he has one of these songs, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, what's that one song? Been so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like Mystical got some hits. Like he always remind me of like a pastor mixed with like James Brown or something. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Right?
Yeah.
All right. Right? Now listen. That is
That's
right,
in my head.
right there. I don't need nobody to tell me he ain't guilty. Okay, do we gotta run that back one more time?
Lorenzo, what
we gotta
you
run that
think?
back one more time.
Oz, what you think?
One more time.
What you think, Oz?
So you are an artist, man. So you are an artist, right?
Man, no.
Well, okay, but to his defense, right?
You got a defense for him?
He's been railroaded, man.
You know what? People can take advantage. Not to say that his mindset is not to take the pussy, but in a play, it couldn't be in a playful. Because without saying wrong too much, there's people out there that have sex like that. They have sex like that, and it's in their mind. And I can't speak for a woman because I'm not a woman, but a lot of times they seem to enjoy it.
Okay, I mean, rough sex is a thing, right? But if you have been accused of
right, that's unless he's trying to make money off of what he's already done.
Off the
He could be
sensationalism.
He could probably be trying to get people's attention and sell records like that because people think that he do it anyway. So he might be thinking like,
I came in this bitch with my dick in my hand. Don't make me leave. If you don't do it, you're gonna leave with a foot in your ass. Be cool.
Oh.
That do sound like rape. I'm not even gonna lie. That do sound like some crazy rape shit. Unless, but I'm saying, I just, wow, man. I don't want to say that. I don't want to. That sounds crazy as fuck. But I mean, and it sells records though, and it gets our attention. It got your attention.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, and if he's really trying to make money, if he's trying to, or just trying to get her, I mean, but damn, it don't help his case. That's some real shit.
All right, man. So we about to get into the sauce, but man, before we get started, let's highlight our sponsors first. You know what I'm saying? Go to Sheik's All Natural. Sheik's for breakfast. They got the best breakfast in the city.
Yes,
Gotta get hungry for lunch. Make sure you guys holler at my man North down at Agnes All Natural Grill. And y'all can stop through and holler at Jasmine Brown at the West Side Social Tap and Table, man. One of my favorite spots in the city right now. Keep it cute out there, you know what I'm saying? Keep it nice and clean out there. You ever injured in an accident, please contact attorney Michael Wright. And you want to get lit a little bit, make sure you holler at my man Big with Kiara Wine. It's at More for Less, but we heard it, they're a little low at More for Less. So yeah, Big, I know you out here working
get some more for less, man.
He got the back to school kids giveaway, the August 14th, man. Salute to you, Big. I know you working. Yeah, man. We T-Shirt King 247.com. Diamond deals going on right now. $250 shirts right now. You can holler at my man SMED. Dash Resource right now. I'm a little overbooked, booked and busy right now. Dash Resource LLC. Your business is my business, but we ain't here to talk about me, right? So here on the Legendary People Podcast / The Real Neighborhood News, like to find out the origins of our legends. So without further ado, where you grow up, man?
I grew up somewhere everywhere, but I was born here.
Right.
I was born here.
Westwood.
Westwood.
I was born in Dayton.
Okay.
Born here.
Where about in Dayton?
Well, I was Good Samaritan.
Okay.
I was raised in a church.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I went to the streets by choice.
We ain't going there yet. We
What
going
neighborhood?
early.
What
Early.
neighborhood?
When I was a
We
baby.
taking a walk. We ain't taking the cab. We taking a walk.
Okay, well, I was, my early thoughts is
Neighborhood.
I was in so many different neighborhoods. As a matter of fact, I grew up over in,
Westwood.
Easley's
Okay.
Neighborhood as well.
Okay.
I grew up around there.
So
Around there.
when you grew up, you had your mom and dad in the house, or with just mom?
Most definitely.
Okay.
My mother and dad. I went to school with Kevin's big brother, Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
They called me Speedy. Remember they used to call me Speedy, whatever.
Why they call you Speedy?
Well, I get the ball, I'm count. Couldn't catch it.
On the football or basketball? Okay.
Football, basketball, whatever.
Ball's basketball too.
What?
So Cheryl was like, Speedy. Fucking Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
I ain't know Speedy because Speedy was a mouse. Speedy Gonzalez was a little mouse and shit.
Fact.
So I thought, but as we got a little older, I come back and forth to Dayton, New York. I come back to Dayton, and me and Daryl and him, we had formed a group called LTD.
We ain't going there yet, bro. Wait.
I mean, we were still kids. We was young.
Okay.
You talking about young?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
We wasn't doing no music or nothing. We just called ourselves LTD. We was just because of our
What LTD stood for?
our names.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Zoe.
Okay.
Okay.
But we was kids,
Right.
so we would just walk around, and wherever we would go, we would always hang around. We would say LTD.
Right.
L go first. T, you know.
Right.
that type of stuff.
Yeah. So like, what kind of stuff were you into as like a child? Like, what were some of your early childhood interests?
Well, I mean, I started, to be honest with you, I sold drugs at 14.
Okay.
We early. I mean, at the age of 14, you know, I started selling drugs. Just like a sort of kind of like a.
Was it a lifestyle thing, or did you
Well,
really need
okay.
bread? Because, like you said, like, you had your mom and your dad at the crib, so like, what was the dynamic?
I had everything that I needed, that I needed, the necessities, you know. But I remember one time when me and my brothers, we were still young. If you want to get on for that type of stuff, why I started selling drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, we opened up for Salt and Pepper.
Okay.
We opened up a little show for them. We opened up for a couple of different celebrities.
So at the time, are you singing? You rapping? Anything of the sort?
Are we that far yet?
Well,
we
I'm talking about
still
like
kids.
at that point in the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my brothers, we was called So Many Talents. So
Okay.
Many Talents. And different celebrities. We opened up for different celebrities. And had a lot of promises made to us, lies. So to make a long story short, I started selling drugs. I'm like, I'm tired of these motherfuckers saying what they're going to do for us. My bad.
The moment that I thought about East, the moment he said that. In pre-production, we had a conversation.
But-
Like, it's good. Go
But
ahead.
yo,
You can hit the desk.
but yo, I just got tired of people
Playing.
yeah.
Right.
So I went out and said, I'm gonna promote our group myself.
Okay.
I
So,
got caught up in the life. I don't want to go too far ahead.
so during the time of your life, are you in school? You already dropped out? Like, what's going on with you?
I
Okay.
was in school.
Okay.
And I dropped.
What school was you at?
Riverside.
Okay. Okay.
And
So you still going to school?
yeah, dropped out.
Okay.
We started doing the group thing. And there you go. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
So at the time, are you entertaining any type of thing that's street, such as like, are you smoking? Are you drinking?
Yeah,
Okay.
Smoking weed. I was smoking weed, drinking Wild Average Rose.
Wild Average Rose.
Get drunk.
Yeah.
Drink some Wild Average Rose, some Old Gold. You know what I'm saying? We was hanging out, just normal kid shit.
Right.
You know? But after a while, you know, we try to get a little serious about the group.
So before you get to this point in your life, what's one of your early like childhood memories like before you lose your innocence to like a certain degree? What's one of your favorite childhood memories?
Okay, so I was going to E.J. Brown.
E.J. Brown.
Here in Dayton, Ohio.
Mhm.
I was going to E.J. Brown, and that's when the group really we really formed the group real strong. We had a couple of talent shows, and just to hear that crowd just go crazy, go bananas us up there singing, and it just put me in a mode of wanting to be a performer, not just a singer. I really didn't want to be a singer. I thought that was kind of like me at that time. I'm sort of like rough, thinking like that's girly shit. You know,
Right.
Singing. I mean, I'm not. I'll be sure type motherfucker.
Right.
I wasn't. Nothing against I'll be sure, but
Right.
I'm saying at that particular time, my mindset was like,
Mentality wise.
you know, yeah, I want to be more like, you know, knock your ass out type shit. You
Right.
know? And you know, but as life went on, you know, as we got more into the, you know, seeing these girls want to get at everybody want to get at you. You know, like
Right.
maybe I tried to sing a thing.
Right. For sure.
So,
For
you
sure.
know, it's all good. I'm like, you know, shit, I'm gonna really put my heart into singing, you know, and seeing New Edition and all these different groups, we just felt like we was better, man. We was way better than them. Like, yo, they can't even sing, bro. They can't even sing, and you know, and growing up in the church, you know, I knew how to play instruments. I was a drummer, really though.
Okay.
I knew how to play instruments, and You know, me and this brother named Von Alexander. He's one of the coldest singers I ever heard in my life. And
Right.
He's from here.
Salute for sure.
He is, man, this dude, one of the coldest ever touched the mic. I call him him. H-I-M.
Right.
You know?
But is he more of a writer?
Who?
Is he? Who you talking about?
You might not remember Von, man. Von is man. This motherfucker is.
Okay.
Today he's cold. You
Okay.
gotta have him on here.
Oh yeah, okay.
He is
Word.
cold.
You feel me?
Yeah, he's the
That's
one
what's
that
up.
really got me into the singing thing. You know, like boom, you know.
Okay.
Well, the girls. That's what made me really want to go. But yeah, man. So, I mean, after that, it was just a wrap, man.
Right. So you know, like, so now you transition from, you know, the time where you was in school. Now you on the block. Now, you know what I'm saying, like, you are now taking chances. What's some of these early setbacks or some of these taps on the shoulder where you wish you could have went back and changed? Before we get to the, you know, like the actual incident, what are some of these precursors for bad shit to happen for you in your life?
You know, I'm not gonna, you know, put it out there really crazy. You know, it's a family member of mine. I think he accidentally, when I was really grinding, man. I was in the game like, yo, and I was selling dope really to promote the group, but I forgot what I was selling dope for.
Yeah.
And got caught up in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Money. So now I got money.
For sure.
I got stupid money. I mean, dumb.
At a young age, huh?
Right.
I'm like, I was
You was at a young age.
at a
getting-
young age. So I'm like, man, fuck singing. I don't like pay some singers to, you know what I mean? I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Right.
I think they had the Salem Mall here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary.
Me and
Salem Mall.
my brother Emerson, we would go to the Salem Mall. I mean, really do this, man. We would have balls of money and throw it at people. Just stupid shit like that. I was so bored. We would actually do that type of stuff, man. Just throwing money at people hard. And I'm like, what the hell are we doing, bro? That was, I mean,
Right.
I was making a little money, so I mean, I didn't know what to do. I just never had that type of money myself.
Right.
Not coming from my, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, when's your first run-in with the law?
My first run-in with the law. Well, I've never. Well, they, you know, like in different places, you know. I remember seeing a van. Like, you know how the bumping systems used to be in different neighborhoods all over. I seen this van pull up, and it's bumping. Dum. We looking out like this motherfucker from in front of the house. We in the trap. What they call traps right now.
Right.
You know, all the dope boys will be in this motherfucker. Everybody grinding, everybody coming and going. You got people who use smokers, they looking on the ground. And we like, what you looking on the ground for? You ain't been in here. You ain't, nothing's on the ground.
Right.
That type of shit. You
Yeah.
know, there's a whole lot of shit going on. In
Carter.
the house. Yeah,
For sure.
Tripping. So we always had a doorman, a person looking out, and he looking out the window like, no. So I was here to see this van out here. And I'm like, yo, what the? Get this motherfucker. He gonna draw the police.
Right.
We know we moving silent.
Yeah, he already being hot over.
You
yeah,
bringing it hot.
for sure.
But it was like a little minivan, like a short. You know, it was really, you know, it was not a big van. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like an Astro van,
I
kind of
see
smaller.
14 motherfuckers come out of this damn van, running towards the house. It's 6-1.
Right.
Yo, man, we motherfuckers running, falling all over the place, throwing dope on the. We throwing dope off. Back in them days, we throw the dope on the ground, and we don't give a fuck.
Getting away from you.
This my money, but that ain't my dope.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. And it be somebody's house. We don't even know whose house
Right.
it is that was in. That was the scariest moment in my life. I didn't go to jail. But a lot of people, you know, got dope taken, and you know, you ain't find out on me to get your ass out of here. Get your fucking ass. So that was my first running with the police.
Okay.
That showed me that all over the world, these motherfuckers was putting dope down. They was putting it down. We selling it. They coming back to get it from us.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
They playing real life hide and seek.
dirty motherfuckers, bro.
For sure.
They were so fucking dirty.
We all know about the regular
I didn't
administration.
even go to jail, so
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody went to jail. They just took our dope. And I had a sack of weed, man. I was really smoking weed then, and weed was weed, not like today, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even fuck with weed no more. That and for everybody else to do, it just don't do. It just make me sleepy, man.
Right.
Back in the day, you know, you smoke a joint. We smoke a little old school joint, man, and be lit. Today, man, I just go to sleep.
Right.
But I had a sack of good ass weed, man. This motherfucker took my weed, man. I was shitty in the
And you know you thought about it. You
I
thought,
was so
look,
shitty, bro.
look, you thought about it 30 to 40 years later.
I remember it. So if I remember that, you know it had to be
Yeah, it had to be so
weed.
good. That's so good.
That was some good weed.
For sure.
I mean, you smoke a joint back in them days.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
A joint.
A
Bro,
joint.
Y'all don't even smoke joints. People
Yeah.
don't smoke joints no more. You know, when I,
Yeah.
anyway.
Right. So like that's your first run in with the law.
Very first.
So at this point, do you start to move more cautiously, or are you more or less like okay?
I did. I started not being. I would not sell in New York. I wouldn't sell in Dayton. I definitely wouldn't sell in Dayton because people. I blew up.
It's so easy to see the money on you. It's so easy to see the money on
But
you.
they would know me. They know
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I didn't want them to see. You know what? To be honest with you, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was in the game, man, but I was ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
wasn't
that.
even-
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
feel
even
you.
proud. Like some of these, you know, I had jewels and everything, but I really wasn't proud. I wanted to be proud of us being successful in the music,
Right.
opposed to me being successful in the
Right.
dope. Even though in my mind I was like, "Fuck the music."
Right.
It was like I was having a battle.
It
Like
was a
the
necessary.
devil.
It was
like the-
it was a necessary evil at the time.
you feel me?
Right.
And I got caught just like a person that used drugs. I was caught in it for selling it.
Absolutely.
And I was addicted to the lifestyle. That
Right.
money, man. I would pay a motherfucker to go to the mailbox. There'd be a mailbox out there and be like, I got $20, go to the mailbox. I had a lot of yes men around me, a lot of people kissing my ass for nothing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? And
So I always like to ask musicians on this podcast, like, what was some of the music that you listened to during that time?
man, I listened, man. Shoot, man, I'm telling you, man.
Not just rap.
Mhm.
Public Enemy was my dudes. Them was my guys, man.
Yeah.
They was my guys. I mean, shoot. The Easily.
Oh, there we go.
My dude. Yeah, my dude.
He was
You know
making
what I'm
music
saying?
back
Matter of fact,
then.
I was in his first. I was in Bro's first video.
Yeah.
I can make you dance. Remember that
Yeah.
video? Yeah,
That's
I
hard.
mean, so we was doing our thing. They was doing their thing too. They was blowing up.
Mhm.
You know, Roland was blowing up. And so I listen to a lot of stuff, man. Me myself, man. I listen to gospel, man. Even as a street nigga, a street dude.
Right.
I listen to gospel. I love gospel music right here today.
I
Man.
do too.
Be at work, you hear all kinds of hip hop and stuff. I love hip hop.
That motivates you. That gospel gonna get you.
Yeah, I love gospel because it's a feeling, man. It's a feeling that you can't just make. It's natural thing. You know what I mean? So, but I like heavy metal. But them days I was listening like Black Watch. You know, like you know, a whole lot of fight the power type shit.
Okay.
That's what I was really into because I really didn't. At that time, man, I think I was almost not a racist because a racist is a person who has power and can control things.
Right.
So I was more so like
A bigot.
I was more like not a bigot, but more aware of what, more being conscious
Okay.
of my brownness.
Right.
Being conscious that Jesus was brown, that type of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
And being mad at the system because you painted them white all this time. You telling me that it doesn't matter. You know, I'm that type of person that'll step to you and be like, well, if it don't matter what color he is, why you been painting him white all these years?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I get mad if you was painting me white.
Right. I get mad when you call me by the wrong name, so even Jesus be
Yeah,
still.
you
Yeah,
ain't
when you
calling
say that, you
ain't
already got
calling
me
what-
off, but
you ain't calling whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm
know what
saying.
time you on.
But that's what type of person I was. I was being conscious, and I did look at white people as the blue-eyed devils.
For sure.
I really did. I just
At that time.
because I was kind of that was kind of ingrained in me until I just got to being around white people, and all with white people ain't devils. All black people ain't devils. So you can be the color and be a devil.
I don't feel like no man, like for instance, when you call somebody a devil, you literally put them above you, right? Because a devil is
a god.
literally a god. So
Right.
none of y'all devils to me.
Right.
None of y'all better. Like
That's
none of y'all. Like
that.
none of that. I'm supreme in my own existence of being, right? I'm here until I'm not here no more. But so what road led to you leaving to go to where this?
Okay.
Yeah. What were the roads?
Not just there, but I had different places where I would go to sell drugs. All
Right.
over, man.
But you had said that like
But
you had
this
stopped in New
particular
York, you had stopped dating.
I would, boom, boom, boom. I would not. No, that's home. This is home.
For sure.
But I would go from Springfield, Middletown to Richmond.
Right.
So I had houses set up in different places,
Sitting in towards the table.
and you know I would have different spots. In this spot, I have a spot. In this spot, it was like a triangle that I would hit every night, like boom, boom, boom. And one night.
Driving? Like, you was doing some driving.
Yeah. Every night. Every night. You got to check your traps. You got to see what's going on. So you got people, you know. So I think I just got too comfortable. Start going up in Richmond. They had this sign for dating cats.
Sure
Going to
did back
Richmond.
in the day.
Enjoy your, they say all dating dope dealers enjoy your stay because it's going to
It'll be a long stay, yeah.
I used to look at this sign
It
like,
did.
yo, they serious? Yeah, whatever.
So, what made it advantageous for you to take that trip rather than you already having other ones that's popping? What was the determining factor that made you agree to go there, knowing that they have a target on your back the moment that you land?
Okay, because I could sell my pieces smaller and get more money.
Absolutely.
So much money.
That's why I love Ypsilanti, Michigan. But go ahead, I understand. I know what you mean.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Opposed to
Statute of limitations over, man. Don't be over there laughing.
oh yeah, so I already did my time for the dope.
All right, yeah.
I did my time for it. I don't do that anymore. That's
For sure.
that was
Yeah.
I was a kid. But I'm
I help
my
old lady
mind-
cross the street now, like all that.
Hey, I helped them then.
Yeah.
I was still a junkie. Even though I was selling drugs and shit like that, bro.
You still was a good kid for her.
Yeah, I respected my elders. I would never, because I was raised like that. My mother,
sure.
I would never disrespect an elderly woman. I would never disrespect nobody like that.
To this day.
To this day.
Yep.
To
Yeah.
this day.
Same way.
You know what I'm saying?
I wish that code copied and pasted for all our generations.
I know.
I wish we could just copy and paste that in these young people.
These cats today, man.
We ain't gonna go there.
Oh man, we ain't even.
We telling your story,
yeah.
yeah. We tell your stories. So you get there after you see all the warning signs saying, "Turn around, nigga, we looking for you. We gonna get you, and we gonna make an example of you."
See the warning. This is the thing. Just that sign, that was nothing.
Yeah.
You could go down there and still make a lot of money. And I didn't see I never seen a police. I see police. I didn't think they was paying attention to me. You know, I didn't. So I'm like, I'll lay some dope. Here, you take care of this, and boom, boom, I'll come back and get my money. So this particular time, when I got caught, there was a dude who was.
We got caught for
he was
what?
wired up for dope.
Okay.
That's the only
All right.
thing I ever-
Okay.
That's the only thing
Walk
I
us
ever
through
got
this.
caught for.
Walk us through it.
Hmm?
So
Okay,
so like you knew him
He was
because
wired up.
so wait, so your history with him. Let's talk about your history with this person.
Yeah.
Did you meet him there? Is it somebody from here?
I met him.
Okay.
I met him there, and he had been, you know, he'll sell dope for me.
Mhm.
You know,
He seemed kind of sturdy.
He did, man. He kept bringing my money back.
Black or white?
So black.
Okay.
So if you bringing my money back, you got to be sturdy.
Right.
With me, so I'm gonna load more on you.
Mm-hmm.
That way I didn't have to do it. I can go to the club.
For sure.
But just this one night, he just wasn't. He just didn't seem right.
Energy was crazy.
He, as a matter of fact, someone had told me like, man, why you giving them dope? He's smoking.
Oh shit.
And yeah, that's rule number one.
For sure.
Don't get high on his own supply.
I'm got it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember that song, dope man.
For sure.
All right, so yeah, somebody was giving me that woman. I was like, yo, he coming back straight. Yeah, one time, and shit though. Like, if you ain't made no money, why the fuck is my dope?
Right.
Fuck. Now I can tell you some shit that. No, I can't tell you. But I'm saying, woo. I was like, man, what the fuck? And
Right.
my fucking dope. It was like, well, if you can leave me with a. And then he came back to buy something from me because I took my dope back. So it just didn't seem right. I know something didn't seem right.
Right.
But anyway, it's been some years. But all I know is I was riding up out of there, listening to.
So at the time that he was wired up, at what portion of the relationship was this? Was this while he was still working for you, or this when he was trying to cop from you?
He was copping now because I done took my dope back.
So wouldn't that kind of make you kind of suspicious, saying like, why are you trying to cop from me when you used to shop with me?
No, it didn't. It didn't because he like, shit, I want some dope on my own now. I don't want. I ain't trying to take yours to sell. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you ain't gonna fuck with me like that. So
he already
I'm
fumbled
gonna
the
buy
bag
something.
already.
He didn't fuck with my bag. So all you can do is shop for me.
Right. Okay.
That's that frame of mind. What can you do? You can't take it from me. That's my mindset. You ain't taking nothing.
Right.
I will take what's in your pocket.
Right.
If you try to take something from me,
right,
I'm taking mine back. Anyway, okay, we riding out, and it's ironic. I was listening to my favorite song.
It's funny how them songs stick with you.
I'm not lying, bro.
I know exactly what you mean by this.
Love's gonna get you. BDP.
Okay.
Love's gonna get you. They swarmed my car, man. It was so many. I never seen so many police in my life, bro. That's the first time and the last time I seen the streets.
So, okay.
Over.
So they catch you with what?
They caught me with it was like maybe about $2 grand, just about $2,500, almost $3 grand.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't know if you remember working halves, but I had like maybe 7 working halves. Yeah.
Right.
You know, I was coming to set up shop. I was going.
Okay. So once you get picked up, you know, you got the mom and dad at home, right? Still, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's that phone call like when you first got a call home to, you feel me, your peoples who, you know, seen a lot of promise in you, who, you know.
That broke my mother, man. Word up. I don't even want to. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was a crazy feeling to call my mother and say, Mom, I'm locked up. She said, locked up?
Right.
Because my mother didn't know I was selling drugs.
Okay.
My mother thought that we was doing shows.
Music,
and,
yeah.
You know, and we had just opened up for Stacey Lattisaw. That was the last show we
Stacey Lattisaw, she could sing.
down at Jelly's. You know this
Jelly's?
place today? It's called Jelly. We opened up for Stacey Lattisaw, man. We was gonna do it, man. We was gonna do it. I forgot to tell you before I got locked up.
It's okay.
We had went to Atlanta. We was going to meet Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
We was going to meet a lot of them. We was going to the Freaknik.
Okay.
We was in Alabama. We was gonna go to Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure Mystical was there.
Oh man!
Off the backboard, got to duck it sometime myself. Mystical, you get the nasty award. Go ahead.
Listen.
So yeah, so I had to the Freaknik.
You crazy, that crazy. No, but I'm saying anyway. I had to come back because my youngest son was born.
Okay.
Was about to be born, so I shared it back the date. And that's when I wanted to wristband the sales.
Bang out and all that. Let me get this bag together so we can come back.
Yeah, I can take care of Shorty, and locked up.
All right.
Never got out.
So boom. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, you thinking about, okay, I'm only fighting this case. Do you got a paid attorney at this time, or do you got a?
I had Richard Powell.
Okay.
What's his name? I had a
public defender. Yeah. Okay.
They took all my. I didn't have no
Right.
money.
Of course. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's their #1 playbook.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut you off at the knees, and then we'll see if you can walk. So, what are some of the deals that he presented to you?
Wait a minute.
Okay. Go ahead.
But the same night, this is how the case got. Well, I got part of the case. While I'm in the car, I'm like, man, let me out. It's this dude named Andre. He's a police down there. He's an officer.
Okay.
And he used to smoke dope.
Okay.
I done sold him dope as a police officer. down in Richmond. And wow, fuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I ain't writing or nothing. It's just one of them things. Shit.
Yeah.
He got me
I mean, you didn't give that up in order to get out, so
Nah.
So
anyway, I ain't getting
right,
nothing.
yeah,
That's
for sure.
why I was still there.
Yeah, exactly.
They wanted me to give a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Anyway, I'm like, yo, let me piss. You know, he said, the only way you gonna get out of this car if you can tell us something about is you can tell us something about the J Street liquor store murder. This is the stuff that happened. I said, man, I don't know nothing about that shit, bro. I heard these dudes from Indianapolis probably had done it. I don't know that cat. I don't know this motherfucker.
So I want to pause you in the story right there, right? I want to pause you in the story right now because I want to get some backstory on, because like there is some rapport with the deceased. Mm-hmm. Let's go to, you know, how did you know the deceased? What is, you know, like your first early, you know, times meeting the deceased?
The brother that got killed, Big Dave, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I met him through my uncle, Willie Blake. He knew him. As a matter of fact, he and my uncle went to school together. He's from Richmond.
Okay.
He's originally from there, and he's married into the family. He was married to my aunt, so he's my uncle through my. Anyway.
Okay.
So when I met him, I met Dave. We used to go to a store, drink, and he would tell us about the raids and stuff.
So like, what was this store? What was it?
It was called J Street Liquor Store.
Oh, okay. So it's an actual liquor store.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to liquor store, you can get a bottle, go behind the counter.
We should
kicking it. All right. Yeah.
He was like I said on the last thing. Dave was kind of, he was trying to street.
Okay.
He wasn't wasn't the average white guy.
Oh, okay. So his nationality was
no,
white.
he wasn't.
Okay.
He was into a lot of stuff, selling guns. He sold shit, you know.
Right.
But he would let me know when it was how it was gonna be. This ain't the right time to come down here because he knew the police too.
Okay.
He knew liquor store dude, so he knew both ends of shit.
Right.
He'd be like, yo, this ain't the right time to come. Don't come down here because we're gonna do some raids.
Right.
You know.
So up to this point, to your knowledge, has he ever been, you know, robbery attempted? People try to kill him. People try to hurt him. Has he ever gave that energy as he felt his life was in danger at any point of his life?
He kept guns. So I mean, anybody from the streets, you think like that anyway.
Right.
You're gonna think like that. I don't know how these niggas. I don't know who gonna come up in here.
Right.
So he had guns. So I'm sure at a liquor store, he's probably had some kind of action like that.
Okay.
We
But
never talked about that. He never came and be like, oh yeah, I've been robbed. You know. He was He didn't give. He was like I would be at a dope house.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have my gun.
That's hard.
I mean, at a dope house.
Yeah.
Same
thing.
They're gonna have some heat.
You got a vice for this. You got a vice for that.
They're gonna have.
Vice versa.
I wouldn't say me per se.
That's a
but
bar.
I'm talking about somebody gonna have a gun.
Right.
You're gonna have this, and you're gonna, anybody come in here trying to do something. That's the mindset.
So,
that's what his mindset
so your rapport with him was great.
We were good.
A1.
We was jungle.
Okay. So now let's go to the moment where we just were. You were in police interrogation.
Right.
Now we got the backstory.
Right. Some of it.
What are some elements that are missing? That is important later on in the story.
I think that's the majority of the story. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
if I remember, it's been so long.
I
That's
understand.
why shit's all over the place, man.
For sure.
That's why I want to clear up.
I mean, it's beautiful up to this point. I ain't gonna lie. This is one of my favorite interviews of this one.
Man, this thing, it gets crazy, man. This is a movie, bro.
Right.
And I'm hoping that bro make a movie out of it one day.
For sure.
Man. That'd be great, man.
So now you're in the. Are you in the interrogation room or are you in the back of the police car?
No, I'm in interrogation.
Okay.
And they coming at me crazy. I'm like, man, you got me. I'm cussing. I was arrogant. Now I think what I was saying the last time, I was really arrogant because I know I ain't done.
Wait. One more thing that we're missing from the backstory is, so you didn't find out he died by the police. You already knew he had passed.
Yeah, but everybody, it was news.
So what was some of the so to kind of frame it properly, where were you at the time that he came
Okay.
he untimely passed.
When they got robbed, I was here in Dayton. I forgot the studio. I think it was a studio on Gettysburg.
Okay.
With Marlon Shackelford. I was with BBI, Black Brothers.
BBI, yeah, I remember that.
We had just got our jackets.
That's Marlon. And
What date is this?
It was
What year? Like,
man, you might have to look it up, bro. You know what,
Right.
man? It was
it's like 90s, early, right? Early 90s?
Yeah, it was 90. It's 1990.
Mm-hmm.
It was that year. I forgot the month. Man, I'm telling you, a lot of stuff I forgot.
So, like, how much time passed between the time you were arrested and the time he was killed?
3 months.
Okay, so
He was killed maybe a month or 3 months before. I think maybe a month before. It might have been September.
Okay.
It was September.
Okay, so when they called you, you're kind of like, what? Well, I remember when he died, and that time he died, I was XYZ.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. The thing about it is, when they locked me up, it was for dope. It wasn't for that.
Right.
So, until me and Andre, I don't know nothing about this. I don't know. It's in the newspaper that these dudes from Indianapolis supposed to have done it. That's
Right.
all I heard. I don't know, because I really didn't. I had heard it from some other people.
What were some of the chatters on the block?
That these dudes from Indianapolis supposed to have done it.
Okay.
I had never been to Indianapolis, so I didn't even know nothing about that.
Nap Town for sure.
I hadn't been there yet.
Right.
But I just heard that, and that's what they were saying.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I said to Andre. I was like, man, let me piss, man. Y'all should know. You the police. You should know this shit. I don't know.
So like your way of knowing the day he died is like
By the police.
Okay.
I didn't even know the day he died when they were telling me about it.
Okay.
When people was talking about it on the street, they
But
were
you
just
knew
saying,
he had died, but not the day he died. It was like
they were just saying that the night before, Big Dave got shot. They tried to rob him. Well, they robbed him. They said the dudes robbed him. So that's how I found out. I found out from word on the street.
Right.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't know shit.
Okay.
So they finally locked me up in the cell. I'm thinking like.
Did they hit you with any threatening things saying, well, you're all we got right now, or
No.
until we find out anything different, you're our guy? None of that.
Not at that time.
Okay.
Not at that time.
Yeah, because they do that.
Not at that time. They was like, no. At first, but they was threatening, like,
Yeah.
like talking to me crazy, like
For sure.
I'm like, bro, you got me, motherfucker. You got me
Facts.
fucked up,
Yeah.
man.
A whole bunch of hell nods for me.
I said, man, that ain't my thing. Robbing people, motherfucker, rob me. You see what you
Right.
got on me? I don't think that they put that together. Like a dope dealer don't rob. A dope dealer ain't out robbing nobody.
Right. I'm up.
I'm up. So
yeah.
what? That ain't my thing to rob nobody.
Right.
My thing is to get money and keep somebody from robbing me.
Right.
So, but they don't put that together. They put it together like you just a thug ass motherfucker. They just really wanted me off the street. I don't think that I was a suspect. But the next day I was the number one suspect because they come back. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, why y'all talking to me again?
Yeah, that's when they got the threatening. Like, man, come on, man, you.
Is this day 2 or just
day 2?
Okay.
When I'm locked up for the drugs.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, you fucking with the wrong dude. I don't know nothing about that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm scared.
Okay.
I'm kind of nervous. But yeah.
Yeah. Noticeable, yeah.
I'm like, these motherfuckers trying to. So I'm going back to that Dewey Olinga. I told testified. He was in the block with me, saying, yeah, man, they gonna try to get you for this, man. Blah blah blah. He talking to me, and he wired up in the jail.
Wired up in jail.
In jail. It's all in the transcript.
Okay.
He wired up, and they. I never told him I done it, so he wouldn't have told him I done. So that's when they wired him up. So they could never get me saying I done. I'm like, bro, I don't. So if they can, can they do this type shit? This is my first time ever being locked up in my life, and that's what I was telling these cats out here thinking they really studio gangsters until when they get caught up, bro. It changed the way of thinking. Like, damn, now I'm thinking of how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this shit.
Right.
And especially if you ain't done nothing, you didn't even do it, and then you got some motherfuckers in your head that, yeah, man, I seen them do this to what you call it, and they thinking that you done it. So I'm seeing everybody leaving a block. This nigga leaving a block.
What was he in there charged for?
I think
The informant.
forgery or some shit. I don't even know.
Yeah, he was in there for something.
Some stupid shit. He got out. They let him out for my shit. They let him out. I was just like, wow, this motherfucker lying, saying I told him this shit.
He snitched.
Well, he lied.
Well, that's snitch on right.
It didn't match up. It didn't have me saying I done anything. It just had us talking. And that's when I called my mother, and that's on the transcript. I'm like, Mom, you gotta give me a lawyer. And that's when she hired this lawyer, Dale Arnett, that I was telling you about.
Okay.
The one that sold me out. We ain't got to that point yet.
Right.
But so okay, while I'm incarcerated, they moved me out the block, moved me away from him, cause now I'm ready.
They on separation.
I'm ready to put my hands on him.
I mean, like they put on separation because he has a statement against you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to put my hands on that. That's why I want to correct myself, Brother John. What was his name again?
Chimmo.
All right, Chimmo.
Chimmo.
I was the last time I was on this podcast, man. I had a lot way too many beers. Mm-hmm. And I was getting caught up.
Yeah,
and I felt like I was on trial again, and I just wanted to beat the prosecution at any way I could, any means necessary.
Like, no way you know this. He's like, actually, I do.
No,
right.
I ain't know. Yeah, he's like, no, you don't, mother. But you don't know shit, and nobody testified me. They testified. That's that's the mindset of. But there was people who testified against me. Okay. And the girl that he was speaking about, the last girl outside of testified on me, the one with the screw. Okay. That was true. She testified against me. She was actually in the parking lot.
What was her account that she gave with your name in it?
Okay. It wasn't my name in the beginning. Okay. Her name is Erica Davis. Okay, yeah, we're back on Erica Davis. She testified again. She was the state's witness. Like, I want to correct. I'm sober. I didn't mean it to come out like, but she lied on me. Right.
Lied, not testified.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to be known that, that gentleman, he done his math. I was really impressed that he read my case, man. I would love somebody to read my case, man. Right. I love that, man, because they're gonna see that even the prosecution's evidence proved my innocence. Correct. So she was in the parking lot, so to speak, when these dudes came to the store the first time. Mm-hmm. Her and her boyfriend. Right. She testified for the state, which she worked for the state. She works in the prosecution's office. She works for this. She testified against me. Her boyfriend, whose name is Hampton. His last name is Hampton. Okay. He testified for me. He was in the parking lot with her. They was in the car, and she testified that how she knew me is from my eyes. The way I looked at her in the parking lot. Now, his name is Troy Hampton. That's her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. It's gonna come all gonna come back to me later at night when I'm sleeping. But anyway, he testified for me, saying, "Nah, that ain't the dude." She's saying, "Well, that's who I seen." But
that's because they scared her, bro.
Well, she worked for the prosecution. They just paid her. That's the other one they scared. Okay, that's the one that came to the jail and seen me and didn't know who I was, and we was gonna hook up and
Yeah, so you know she didn't know who you was if she didn't remember it. Yeah. Go ahead, continue.
How the hell you gonna say I did this?
Let's go to commercial real quick.
I did this.
We'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, y'all. We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
What's up, Stacking SMED?
What up, fam?
Hey, bro, I heard y'all got a new store opening up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Where it's at?
1400 North Main.
Okay, y'all gonna be doing grills in there?
You already know.
Oh, okay. What's it called then, bro?
It's called
Grills on Main Street. 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 What's up, Stacking SMED?
What up, fam?
Hey, bro, I heard y'all got a new store.
All right, we're back to you.
Yo. Yo, man, we back, y'all. I'm sorry for the small technical difficulties, whatever. Thank you, SMED, for calling in to make sure we jury type swagger right on here, man. So, yeah, we're still in the middle of the story. So, you're talking about the person who tried to, test a lie on you. What was her account of you?
Okay, yeah. So, how I initially met her face to face is her name was Erica Davis. She worked for the prosecution. She worked in the office. As a matter of fact, she works there probably today. She came to visit a friend who was incarcerated with me.
Did you know her prior to this at all?
Never seen her a day in my life ever.
Okay.
I wouldn't. If I met her on the street, I wouldn't have got with her.
Right.
I was just trying to see what's going on while she's lying.
She was at the dance floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sure.
I knew ahead of time that she was coming to visit. So I'm like, I got with all of the people who were in the cell with us, where they had glass where you can just walk up to the cell and visit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Richmond, you remember how it was?
Yeah.
And so she came out. I said,
the same way in the pods where you can literally see everybody sitting up there, and everybody got the glassware, and they walk and grab the jack, and then whatever you can look and for sure.
So so we planned this. The whole cell. They was all laying on it. I was like, when she come, I'm gonna walk up to the thing. I'm gonna walk up to the window and ask her. She never seen me before. Even her cousin testified against her. Like it wasn't true.
Hold on, he's still saying stuff. 1 second, let me just hit this little down.
They don't leave it.
Nah, you good. There it is.
Yeah, just turn them down.
Now say something.
Mic check 1, 2.
It should be straight.
We in the building, son.
Mic check 1. We gotta get them
Y'all
mics right for y'all.
Yeah, so.
Oh, he said I turned Zoe mic. SMED, you should.
Turn it down. I'm too loud.
Yo. Y'all getting it live, y'all. My bad. We good. Let me just double check with SMED, make sure we good. He is our technical analysis specialist right now calling in. SMED, bro.
What's up?
Yo, bro. Yeah, we can hear you.
Put me on.
All right, SMED.
We live, man.
Hey, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This SMED. Hold on. Wait a minute. This SMED. What's up, Zoe?
What's up, bro?
Zoe.
What's going on, bro? You alright?
First of all, take a point away from Eve.
Oh!
Damn. UFO noise going in the background.
I didn't do that. All right, he took his point.
Eve, you idiot.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, listen, y'all fixed the mic, so I'm very proud of you guys, man.
There we go.
That's what's up.
Zoe, I got a question for you.
There we go.
Zoe, I got a question for Zoe.
Yes, sir.
How many niggas does it take to fix a microphone?
1.
Because you 3 niggas can't do shit.
Oh!
Man.
The first time a caller called in to take away points away from a podcast he owns.
Listen, now, wait a minute. Now, look. The
What happened
mic
to the
is
camera?
next to Zoe. The mic is next to Zoe. Keep that one down, but you got to turn Zoe's mic back up.
Okay.
He's on it right now, guys.
Zoe, you can just do it yourself, bro. That little knob that's on your microphone.
Okay.
Turn it up just a little bit.
How
so
far
we
you
hear
want?
better.
Is that good now? Is that good?
Is that jungle?
Oh, my God. What?
Too loud?
SMED.
Turn it down a little.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to listen to myself on the podcast now.
SMED.
Come on, man.
You narcissist.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Good.
There you go.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
The front, both cameras, it must have died.
A little bit more.
Turn it down.
What are you doing? Turn it down.
Turn it up.
Yeah, watch the levels on the joint.
This is like a funny Marco video now.
It is.
You start sweeping shit up. Niggas trying to clean up during the video and shit.
Be like, this camera on East. Like, this so top.
Oh, shit.
What?
Now,
There you go, Nut. You on.
Let me hear you, Zoe.
What's up, bro?
The both party camera died.
There we go.
Is it better? Mic
Yeah.
check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. 1 2. Yep.
Okay, I gotta just turn my TV back up. That's why I can't hear shit.
Come on, man. We on air.
All right, man. We on air, man. All right.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so there we go. All right. So we still so
I forgot where we was at.
so
Okay.
I got you. So prior to this point, you didn't know her from a can of paint. But you are familiar with her. How did you know to approach her to find out if she knew you or not?
Okay, because of the dudes and her cousin was in there. He was dating someone. Oh, Aaron, Dave, that's my cousin. Blah 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 blah. That's fucked up. How she, man, I just know you ain't like that, bro. I just, don't want her, Anyway, we got to the point that she was coming to see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I said, I'm about to prove to everybody that this bitch never seen me a day in her fucking life.
Right.
Never.
Right.
And then like, oh man, I said, I'm gonna walk up to this window and ask her, do she know me?
Mm-hmm.
Soon as she got there, everybody was out of the set waiting to see this shit.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody sitting on cans, sitting on all kinds of shit. This was a show tonight.
Right.
So she visited her cousin. Even her cousin was in on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she walks up and starts talking to him. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Normal visit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a visit that day. So I just walked up and was like, dude, he said, somebody wants to see you. I knocked. I was like, you ever seen me? You know me from anywhere? She's like, no, should I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking back at everybody else. Can y'all hear this shit?
Right.
I'm trying to let you know that that's some bullshit, bro. I
Right.
know she ain't never seen me before.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
So I'm like, you sure? She's like, I never seen you before. And I was like, I just wanted to know. So I walk away and she tell her cousin, he got a nice ass. Who is he? Yeah, the nice ass. That was her exact words.
Right.
So he's like, yo, Oz, they call me Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Oz, she said you got a nice ass and all this shit. And everybody laughing. I'm like, well, let me get your number. I'm gonna call you.
Mm-hmm.
So she and I, we talked for like maybe a week on the phone. We talking and we didn't let her know who I was.
Right.
We talking back and forth. I'm like, how we gonna when I get out? I'm gonna do.
But when you call, right, it's saying,
no, it didn't do that.
Oh, so
It made from
yeah.
No, it wasn't set up. This is back in '90.
Okay.
So you can call collect. You can call somebody collect as many times you
Right.
want them days.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just called collect.
He turned up just a little bit. All right. Let's be straight. Yeah. We straight.
I was just So we talked for like a week on the phone. Till I just got tired of talking. I don't want to talk no more because my shit is. I'm having butterflies about these police coming to trying to talk to me and shit, and asking me shit about a murder. I don't even fucking know. I don't know nothing about this murder, dude.
So how far are you in your bid at the point where you're talking to her regularly?
A week. We talked for like maybe a week.
Okay.
And it was like on a Saturday. I was like, yo, man, check this out, man. I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you talking to? She said, yeah, honest, man. I said, my name is Lorenzo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Lorenzo Reid.
Right.
And like I said the last time, the phone went quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, I'm not the only person lying on you.
Her exact words.
Honest God, they gotta have it on. It's gotta be record, right?
Right.
That's on the record.
Mm-hmm.
Exact word. I ain't don't. They scare me. They scare me. There's other people that's doing this and saying this. I don't know. I just want it to be over with.
What is her?
Talk to her again.
What is her position or point in the story where she is involved with the murder?
I don't know. She not. No, that's we're gonna get to the other.
Well.
She wasn't.
What was her account of that day that fingered you as the person?
She just said that she's seen me at the store that day. She's seen me, and I looked at her. I looked at her, and she looked at me. But her dude was with her. She said, which he was.
Mm-hmm.
He said that I wasn't the dude that she seen that day.
Okay.
So that was her only thing. That's the only thing she testified, that I was in a car beside her.
So Faywa had it that she was there that day that someone was murdered. Then also she says you did it out of some type of lineup that the police produced. And then Faywa had it that she is literally visiting one of her family members in prison, and you walk by the glass.
Walked up to the glass and put my face in the glass.
Okay.
Not by, in her face, looking at her very good, making sure she see my face and see my eyes that she's talking about. That she, you know, I was playing detective right there. I was really just trying to show that they got the wrong motherfucker.
Right.
That I'm not him.
So at this point, were you already charged with it, or they were still trying to build a case?
They was trying to build it. I wasn't charged with it yet.
Okay.
But they was pointing me as
Yeah.
the dude.
You were the number one suspect during this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was the number one suspect. They couldn't put on nobody from there.
So were there any other suspects?
Yeah. It was my cousin. Like I was saying. Like my cousin.
So you had a rapport with the other two suspects. I'm only asking.
Yes.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, at this point in time, we hadn't gotten to that point. They hadn't charged anybody yet. They hadn't charged. What they were doing, they was just testing everybody's DNA.
Right.
We didn't have a charge. They didn't charge us with murder.
So
I was still doing time on the dope case.
Did they come in and petition to get your mouth swabbed?
Yeah, they came in and got my blood.
Okay.
I was scared to give them my blood because I thought they was gonna put my blood on the scene of crime. I was really scared. They had this chick that said she was pregnant by me and said that they wanted to do a DNA for the baby. And I'm like, yeah, man, y'all just want to put this blood on the scene. You got me fucked up.
Right.
I am not the father.
Right.
You know, Murray, I was like, I am not the father. You know, but I said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and take this test, but I know what y'all about to do. That made them test the blood for real because I was afraid. I'm got to keep it real with you, man. I was afraid.
Right.
They had me afraid because I know that they were trying to set me up. So, the head detective Dunnington, I had went to the hospital while I was in there, and they followed. It was police all over, like I was about to escape or something. That's what scared me even more. And he said, "This officer Dunnington, Phil Dunnington, he came to me and said, I'm gonna get you for that murder. Before you know,
I'm gonna nail your ass.
I'm gonna dig, yeah, one of those that was in my mind every day, man. Like, I'm trying to bond out, and I'm trying to get out because I can't fight these motherfuckers trying to put a murder on me, and everybody knows it.
Right.
So, okay, let's get to the one girl that Chip was talking about.
Chim.
Shimmy Chim. I do Chim. I like Chim. Hey, Chim was right. When I said Stephanie did not testify.
Okay.
There was a girl named Caroline Webster. She was like, I think it's like 16 years old. And they threatened to take her baby away from her. She didn't. That's what I'm told. Anyway, she testified against me, stating that I think I was supposed to be the getaway driver, or she said we was just driving down the street and she heard my brother. She implicated my brother. She implicated Isaac Lee, and implicated a lot of different people. A different scene. They didn't match the blood either. You got 7 people don't match this DNA that's involved in this case. Nobody matches DNA. But anyway, let me get her. She cooperated with the police and was a state witness, like Tim said. I was furious that night when Tim was talking.
Right.
Shit like, you don't know what you're talking about, Tim. But yeah, Tim, he's up on the shit. I like Tim. I'm gonna use Tim for some other shit.
For sure. Yeah, please do, for sure. He one of them real ones.
He good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but so yeah, she testified for me. But about 20.
What was her account that you two were in the vehicle together?
Yeah, she said that we was all, but she was talking about another day. They made that the day.
So she has been in your vehicle before.
No. she's never been in my vehicle.
Where do you know her from?
I knew her from my cousin's stepsister. It's so many different people. I didn't know her. But all the girls knew of me.
Right.
Because they would try to,
You got different.
They're trying to get at me.
Right.
Real shit. I'm just being, you know how, cuz know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
They all want to get with you. Sometimes
Just because you from Dayton. Just because you from Dayton.
You got a different energy than the pit dudes that's there, for sure. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So I guess,
So, like, what was her account of that day?
Her account, she had 3 different theories. She said that she was in a car with us. She was just making up stories for the police. Whatever, she was just saying what they wanted her to say. Real shit. Oh, I was in a car and I was driving them to the store and she heard some glass broke out and seen my brothers running out of the store. Nobody even made it in the store. Nobody. From the account of the police, nobody made it in the store. They just tried to get it in the store.
We're gonna get the full thing. Right, yeah.
Right.
I don't want to hear her account, so we can match her later.
Her account is that I was driving the car and I also was a shooter, the good away driver and the shooter.
Okay.
One theory. The other theory, we was driving in another car and they was driving beside us, and my cousin Larry was a shooter.
Wow.
I think she had different occasions, different
Yeah.
different theories,
different tests of lives.
Right, tests of lives. But and her, I can't give her a defense, but she was 15, 16 years old. She was just riding whatever the police, they scared her.
Right.
So 20 years later, this is how I know they scared her. 20 years later, she stood up in church in Kentucky and gave a testimony. I guess she was saved. She got in the church and I guess this had been bugging her all these years. She said, I just want to say that I sent some innocent people to prison. Her pastor that she talks to every day, got in touch with me in prison. I never met this dude a damn man. God bless his brother. His name is Pastor O.C. Poole. Shout out to
That's all.
O.C. man. O.C. Poole.
I met him in Indiana.
Good brother, man.
Black man, right?
Yeah.
I met him.
Good brother, man, right here, man. I want you to have him on the pod.
I met him.
Man. He got a lot of spill for, man. He'll tell you some stuff, man.
Right.
Anyway, he got in touch with me in prison.
Right.
Out of the blue, I'm like, who the hell? Oh, he wants you to call him. You know Tammy Jackson, right?
Yeah.
She called me. I talked to her. She told me that this brother wanted to talk to me. I'm like, before I'm in another mode right now. When I'm in prison, I was in a mode of fuck every damn body.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just didn't want to hear no more bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I heard so much bullshit. But anyway, I was excited to talk to this brother. Hear what he had to say. He's like, listen, man, we need to set up a date where I can come and see you. He wanted to come and see me personally. He said, you know Cookie, right? I said, I don't know. I know she, Tesla on. He's like, well, she recanted the story, bro. She said it didn't happen. I was like, I know it didn't happen. I'm standing up in my seat now, and excuse me, I'm hyped, man. Like, man, I ain't been this hype in prison, man, forever, man. It's like, I'm like, what the hell? She finally told the truth.
And this her pastor displaying that to you.
Wow. I don't know him. I really don't even know. I don't know her.
Right.
But he was like, yeah, man, she's about to come down from Kentucky, and we need to. He said, I don't want to say too much. He said, and I know your judge. He knows. You knew. Matter of fact, he knows my judge now. He's a pastor, and I think he's in. He might be in Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think he is in Richmond. Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but he goes to lunch with my judge. So he telling my judge, he's like, look, man, I wanna come and see you. So he got me back in court with this, bro. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
He got me back in court.
Go ahead.
Bro,
let it out.
because this chick stood up and said, I lied.
Okay.
Nobody does that after, but I'm still kind of mad because I'm like, why the hell you wait 20 years of my life to say you told a fucking lie? I didn't say that to her, but that's what I'm saying that I wanted to say to her. I never got to talk to her.
Right.
Never talked to her. So they got me back in the court. Make a long story short, they got me back in the court, and that's when we put all the theories. When they had them 3 different theories of what happened and who drove the car. Stephanie supposed to be driving the car. I'm supposed to be driving. I'm supposed to be the shooter. I'm supposed to be. They had a 9.5 shoe. I wore 12s. They tried to say I ran out of my shoe. I tried on the shoe in court.
I remember that too.
The judge started laughing. I had another judge that time. He started laughing. I took my, if it doesn't, and this is the same time when OJ stuff was going on.
If it don't fit, you must have quit.
That's what we
OJ was going on too.
Yeah. And I'm like,
when he was going to trial.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yep.
So they laughing, but I think they're laughing because they're like, we're going to send your ass to jail anyway, nigga.
Right.
We're going to send your ass to jail anyway. We know you ain't done it. Then they tried to say that my bracelet got shot off, or my bracelet, I lost my bracelet, and all the blood was on the bracelet, okay? We did a DNA on the bracelet. Guess who it didn't match?
Right.
Guess who the DNA didn't match? The bracelet, none of that. Not Lorenzo. No, as a matter of fact, no one in the case.
Wow.
So, get to the when we got back in the court.
Okay.
Now that's a whole lot of drama there. Like I said, Kim Willis, who made the composites. I want to get that in there.
R.I.P. Kim.
Yeah, Big Kim. He was the one who took the dudes to the store.
Okay.
The real dudes who done this. Because they didn't know where. That's how they found out that they were from Indianapolis. A dude named Derek Mack. They found his shoe. They found a shoe that matched that shoe that he had bought in Indianapolis and all this stuff. Didn't even pursue him. Okay. I learned that through them. Kim Willis took these dudes to the store, and he is the one who made the composites of the dudes, because he was with the dudes. He took them to the store. Dudes that tried to rob Big Dave.
Right.
Kim Willis came for a deposition. My lawyer had me sitting. This one, my lawyer was for me. He was really all gung ho and shit, And he was like, "I'm gonna get you out," type shit. I had faith in this motherfucker. I really did. Dale Arnett. He had me sitting out there, and he said, "Kim, do you see anybody that resembles anybody that you picked out? Does he resemble him?" He said, "Nah. He's way no. That's not the dude." Me talking about Lorenzo.
Right.
He looked at my cousin like, "No, they're not the dudes." I'm thinking I'm cleared again. We got all this evidence that's clearing me in the front of the fucking police, in the front of them, right in front of them. They like, well, so what?
Right.
So what, Bob?
I'm here to observe and report. That's it.
Fucking A, man. We got what we got.
We didn't miss one portion of your story, that when you were about to be let out because that they didn't press the charges. We didn't get a chance to talk about that much. Well, because they didn't arraign you, or like they didn't give you your indictment for the murder yet, but you were almost done with your original sentence. Yeah.
Man, they sent me to this camp, man, and it was just this camp wide open where you can just walk over.
Yeah, like a step down before you get out.
Yeah, I just had like 1.5. I was gonna do one. I was done because I'd done like 3 in the county, just waiting to go.
Yeah.
And they sent me to this place, man. It was really a boys camp, and I was like, okay, shit, I'm about to go. They came and that's when they arraigned me.
Okay.
They locked me up there because my brother then came to see me. I think they had been talking to my brother and everything, man. My mom, all of them come all the way up there to see me and stuff. And I'm looking at my brother. He's like, man, my brother, he was just kind of nervous. He didn't want to say nothing about my kids. He was like, yo, but police, he said, police, they on some. Very next day, the police come and lock me. Police come and snatch me up from that camp and take me back to the county.
Right.
That's when I was charged.
Okay.
I know that stuff is all scrambled around, but
no, it's all good.
at some point we're gonna get this out here, bro. Because anything that you need to add. But I want to clear this up. dude came down. He came and talked. They got me back to Richmond. They brought us back. We about to go to court. So the dude came to see me, came to visit me. First time I ever met him. He said, I'm mostly cool. Good brother, man. He was like, yo, yeah, man. She stood up in the front of the church and said that y'all didn't do it. Y'all didn't do it. I said, I already know I didn't do it. He's like, but she's saying he didn't do it. So she's going to drive back down here from Kentucky and testify for you.
Right.
I said, what?
How'd you feel in that moment?
I feel like shitting on myself. I'm not lying, man. I feel like just letting my bowels roll. I feel like pissing shit on myself.
At this point, you have been in prison for how long?
21 years.
Now,
21.
Before we get to what happens next, let's talk about some of the things that you were able to, do while you was in prison, because like you actually did a lot of legendary things while you was in there, right? So, let's talk about music first.
That's God, man. That's
Right.
God. You know what? While I was incarcerated, man. You know what, man? I know it's sad to say this, man, but I did more in prison. I accomplished more in prison than I did on the streets. That sounds crazy, but I was more so applying myself and thinking about hitting the ground running when I got out. I wasn't thinking about I'm in prison. My mind was always on the streets. It never left the streets. My mind never left society. Like in the joint, these cats don't even want to watch the news because they don't want to know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
They want to forget because they got. But even
They call the phone the stress box.
Exactly. But as the years go past, man, they thinking like I'm never getting out. But my mindset was, nigga, I'm getting out tomorrow. Every day I'm thinking like somebody gonna come and say they gonna find these motherfuckers done it. That's my mindset. So I was preparing for when I got out. I wrote at least 70 songs, man. 70 full songs while I was incarcerated. I would just go in a corner, man, and just write a song. I went to lockup, man, and wrote at least 20 songs, man.
Right.
I mean, seriously, that's when I really got my writing, because my mind, like I said, my mind was still on the streets, man. It was still not going back to sell drugs. So I was done selling drugs.
Right.
I wasn't selling drugs. My mindset was, I was picked out of a few people to go to college. I got my bachelor's degree while I was in the joint.
That's hard.
Very hard, man. That was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, bro. And this professor came up to me, man, after I graduated. The happiest moment, man, seeing my mother out there yelling.
Oh man.
Yo,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
You really done hits. Because then them hard nights, man, of coming back to the prison, man, and studying, man, and then going back to the college, man. Then you gotta be watching yourself. I done been stabbed on 3 different occasions. Niggas didn't want to fight me like this. They want to stab me because I was so big. And motherfuckers tell you to join. It was some big motherfuckers in there. But
He pulled me to the side. Look, wait. I'm gonna tell you, right. The last time I interviewed you, right, he was like, man, bro used to be big as fuck. I said, nigga, he big as fuck now.
He was 3 of them.
I was huge.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because of that. It's because I didn't bother nobody. I would do my music. I wasn't no tough motherfucker walking around trying to be tough. I didn't use my business for that. But I will go. I'm gonna go, nigga. I'm going.
What's some of the craziest shit? What's some of the craziest things you've seen, locked up?
The craziest shit I've seen. Oh man, well I worked at the hospital with number one.
Okay.
But I won't do that right now.
I mean, you didn't have a baby while you was locked up. I mean, we already there. So,
But I'm saying,
respectfully.
I love my baby.
For sure.
Well, I was like a paramedic. We would go run and go get the dead. Whoever was stabbed, we got to put on a guard and take them back.
Shit.
The craziest shit I've seen. When I got there, man, I talked to a brother at lunch that day. He was talking about how he was gonna have a visit. Boom, 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 boom. He had a visit. And that same night, I went to get him. He was hanging with blood hanging out of his mouth. Hanging. So he had went on a visit, and I think his girl was divorcing him. That was the craziest shit I ever seen in my life.
Because he was all happy about, I'm about to go, man, I'm about to see my wife, man. Everything going good, man. When I get out of here, we going to get it together.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm done with this portion of
Yeah.
my life with you.
Yeah. I think that's what happened. I didn't know visit, but that's part of the story I got. And that was the first time I ever seen, his blood was in slow motion, like his blood had stopped in the air. His blood was...
It had clotted that much to where it was literally...
But what was crazy...
Coagulated is the actual term for it.
I was talking that day, you know, he's happy, like, yo, you know, see my girl, he pressed, you know, boom, you know. Man, life is so short in that motherfucker, bro. Your life could be over in a quick second.
Now, I want to take a little spirit, you know what I'm saying? It was like a spiritual job with you, because I always thought about this, right? Because in, where is that? In Mansfield, we got a haunted prison, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, with that much death happening in there, was there any supernatural shit that you probably had saw where it was like ghosts, anything like that?
I'm not going to sit up here and play games with you. I've never seen a ghost
Okay.
like that. But I've heard, I've seen, like my door around, and I look out and ain't nobody out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm looking like, no, stop playing with me, man. Don't be playing. Now, I'm cussing motherfuckers out now. The motherfucker, don't be playing with my damn door, motherfuckers. Whoever it is. I was that type dude where I call the whole fucking cell house off. I call them out. If I think, whatever, nigga, we gonna do it then. If you say something, I think you done it. Word up.
Right.
Nobody out there. What is that?
I
don't know. You don't say it, nigga.
Right. All right. So like you did meet some bros that, you know what I'm saying, that, yeah. So like, who are some good brothers that like you met?
I met a zillion good brothers.
What about my Uncle Kevin Easley? Hey, man, my uncle.
We knew each other before in there. We knew each other before in there.
Yeah. What was it like when you seen, you know what I'm saying?
Kevin was solid. He ain't with no bitch.
Right, of course not.
Nah.
Of course not.
Nigga was the same way. Like, he'll go too. Yeah, he wasn't, you know.
What was it like to see somebody like you knew?
I was so glad. I wasn't glad to see him in prison.
Yeah.
But I was glad to see some familiar.
He actually was mad at me. Remember, you was mad. You was like, "What Daryl say?" I said, "I'm grown."
But I was like,
what Daryl say?
I was just glad to see him alive, you know, and not dead, because you know, man, y'all dating was crazy back in them days.
While you was locked up,
Matter of
yeah.
fact, Dayton was the murder capital for 10 years straight, from 80 to 90.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So I'm glad to see him alive.
So that's why we baby Detroit.
So I want to pivot the story off of something, you know, early in the story where you said when you drive it in there, they say if you drug doesn't come here to the third, you have a long. So to pivot the story, you see bro come in with that same look.
He ain't the only one though.
Right,
man.
He came after us.
Right.
A lot more.
Still today.
Shout out Doobie.
Dude,
that's my guy.
Dude.
Shafiq. We was in there. We was in there dating. We was in there kind of deep to be in another state.
Right.
You know, so
right.
But you know what, man? I don't know what makes people still do it, but I don't think they make a big deal out of it no more. I don't think. I don't hear anybody getting no big, you know.
It's normal news now. Shit, like give nigga, they give nigga football numbers still. I mean, with that Finney accelerant, the same way they did with the crack back in then. But we all right.
Well,
so
I wanna get to but that dude OC, man, he got me back in court, and then we went back when we finally got to court.
Okay.
This girl, Caroline Webster, drove all the way
from Kentucky.
From Kentucky?
Right.
I'm like, what?
Right.
Yeah, she driving. She'll be here. She actually showed up.
Okay.
Bro. I see her walking up on the stand. I'm like, what? In my mind, I'm like, what is this bitch gonna say?
But in your mind,
I'm thinking she
the last time you saw her, she was 16.
She was kid then. She's grown lady now.
By the time you said, okay.
I was just like, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, there's no way she coming to test. She done already tested lied against me. Ain't no way she coming to testify for me, bro.
Right.
I don't believe the hype.
Right.
She walked up on the thing and said, before I say this is record. Y'all can look this up on the record. Tell Chimmy to look that up.
Chim.
Tell Chim to write it. I'm telling you,
That's my favorite episode. Go ahead.
Hey.
Chim.
Nah, his name Chimmy today.
He mentioned her. So
Right.
I didn't say that,
I
Mike.
didn't know who was
Take a point from that.
talking about it at that time when he
Right.
said there's another thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And he was probably trying to bring that out. I don't know. But I just got messed shit up.
Right, okay.
My fault.
Right.
But what she say? What happened?
Okay, so she got on the stand. She walked up there. I'm looking at my cousin like, this is the first time I see my cousin in years.
So
They had them locked up in another city somewhere, in another prison.
for murder also.
Kept us separated for the same thing.
So it was 3 of y'all locked up for murder.
A female and my cousin. It's supposed to be 3 black men. After they couldn't find nobody to match the DNA, they made it into a mysterious dude. They said, well, it's a mysterious dude now. We don't know.
Female, really?
Yeah, really. All of us mysterious because we didn't do it.
Right.
But anyway, let's get to her testimony.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Her testimony. She got up on the stand, and I'm scared to death because I'm like, there's no way, cause this bitch she gonna tell the truth. She got up and said, before I say anything, she said this clear. Before I say anything, I want to say this. I told the authorities over and over I knew nothing about this, but they kept pressuring me, and I said whatever they wanted me to say. They stopped her. The
Stopped
whole court
her.
went crazy. Like, whoa, wait a minute, whoa.
But the lady already typed it.
She done already typed it in.
The stenographer.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord. Man, I'm praising. Yeah.
And then they put her in the back and they said, listen, you
No.
perjure yourself.
They
We're going to.
took her off the stand and took her out of the damn thing. I ain't never seen no shit like this on TV.
Yeah.
You gonna stop her from telling the truth or telling
Wow.
what she want to tell? Even if it was a lie, you didn't stop her from telling the lie or the truth then. So why you gonna stop her now?
Right.
So they take her off the stand, bring her back. They took a recess. We sitting there chilling. We sitting there chilling. I'm like, ooh, that's so tape. We going home, bro. I'm looking at my cousin. I'm looking. He's like, my son sitting back there. Lorenzo Jr. He was sitting back there like, ugh. My son Christopher. We was happy as fuck. My mom's. Everybody was there, bro. It was packed. Like, yo, the truth about to come out. Even if I don't.
What year was that? Can you remember when she took that stand?
It was 2009, 8ish.
Okay.
No, 12.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, it was like 12, something like that. I think. I don't got all the dates right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering that area.
I'm terrible with dates like myself. Yeah.
But she said that on the stand. Now who does
So
that?
y'all couldn't go get dressed and go home right then?
That's what I thought. I was like, shit. I was dressed. I had a suit
Wow.
on. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, you already dressed.
Yo, I'm so man. I was giddy and I couldn't hold the shit in.
Just let me out. Y'all keep my box, everything. Everything at the.
I'm laughing and shit. I'm smiling and shit, trying to stop from smiling and shit. But my prosecutor, when I went back and noticed, my prosecutor was a judge now. The biggest judge. He became a judge off of my case. Oh yeah.
What the?
And
Wow.
He knows. It's people in there that he's talked to. They know. He know that I'm innocent.
Okay.
But still don't want to do shit. Anyway, when she said that, I knew I was going.
Okay.
They brought her back, gave her a piece of paper, and the judge sternly said, "Now, she was about to say it again. She was like, but I just want to say, I didn't know nothing about." He said, "Stopped her again." So when they brought her back, she said this twice. This is record. People don't do that. Come on, bro. But she was like, okay, they said if I don't read, she said, on the case of perjury, I have to plead she's reading what's on the paper. I have to plead in other words, she's saying,
they gonna lock me up for perjury.
I plead the fifth. What? Now, I'm not racist. I'm not a bigot. I'm not none of that. but they would never allow that to happen to a white guy. Never. Never.
When it's dead in their face, right
and
there.
It's right there in your face somebody saying, I lied, they didn't do it. I want to make this right. I drove all the way from Kentucky, Kentucky, to tell you that they didn't do it.
Right.
But you're stopping me from saying that, or else you're going to lock me up.
What did your attorney do in that instance?
Oh, I had another attorney now.
Okay.
Not shit. And I'm telling her, like, yo, she already knew. I had my attorney go try to record her, put it on record, her saying it. She wouldn't do it. Yeah, she wouldn't do that.
Okay.
See, it just, everything that goes in my favor is just sort of that these attorneys, but I put the attorney on the stand for ineffective assistance, the counsel that you were talking about.
Ineffective counsel.
When I told y'all the last time about him threatening in the beginning of the trial, he was threatening to leave my case if I did not go along with this blood not being mentioned. I'm like, why would you not want to mention the blood that clears everybody?
Right.
We don't match the DNA. Nobody matched the DNA. So why would I not pound that into the jury and pound that into the entire case? We didn't match the DNA because we wasn't there. Nobody was there. This case was fabricated. It was fabricated because these dudes were supposed to have gone in to buy a bottle of cognac, according to the police. They found a bottle of E&J in my car, so they made cognac. But in the police records, you know how they have their them on the radio, their radio traffic or whatever. We have the radio traffic where these dudes purchased a bottle of gin. It wasn't. But when they seen
cognac in your car.
In our car, they fabricated the case. We knew it was fabricated then.
Right.
Excuse me. But Cookie Webster, Caroline Webster, she really blew.
So the moment they found it in your car, what part is this at? This when they apprehended you for the drugs?
Yeah.
This is 3 months after a murder. So you're having.
Month or 3 months.
So they think within 3 months' time, cognac can ferment into gin.
Well, what I'm saying is, they didn't think we was gonna see this in the motion for discovery.
Right.
We got all of their activities.
Yeah. All of their all their transcript from the.
Right. From them talking on the radio and him talking and him describing the assailants. All that stuff. We got all that stuff.
Okay.
And we found out that he told them he didn't see Big Dave didn't die until the next day, like I said. He was coherent and everything. He's a big dude. So he had just been shot. The only reason why he died, y'all listening?
Yeah.
He died because they lost blood when he was cut. They cut him. They killed him in the hospital. He wasn't dead. He was walking around and everything. When he got to the hospital and they was getting a bullet out of him, they cut the wrong part. Cut the wrong artery or something like that. He bled out. That's what happened. He didn't even die from the bullet. So he was talking and telling them, you know, blase, blase.
What was his account of what happened?
These two dudes had came to the store. They bought some gin. Keep that. Gin. They bought some gin. And they came back and tried to break in. And they had a shootout. He shot, they shot, but he don't even think he hit them. He think they got cut on the glass where the blood was on there. They got cut on the glass. They were trying to say somebody got shot. That's why the blood was on the scene of the crime.
Because they tried to bust the window and it okay.
You freaking them? So they fabricated this entire case around that. But see, when they seen that bottle in my car, I used to drink Irk and Jerk on a regular. Right. So they seen that bottle.
We call it Easy Jesus.
Irk and Jerk.
That's the new one. But they seen this bottle, so they tried to make that a part of the case, which was gin though. They didn't think we was gonna. That came from the dude who got shot. I mean, he telling you everything that happened. He described the same people that Kim Willis brought to the store. He described them same dudes. wasn't me.
Right. He never said your name at all.
No.
And he knew exactly who you were because you were part of the family,
That's
friends.
Right.
Okay.
Even if he didn't know my name, he'd have been like, "It's Willie's nephew."
Right.
He could have said that.
Right.
He could have said anything like, "I know him. He's
Right.
been in back my store a couple of times."
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a dope dealer. Wow.
Right.
He would have did something like that.
Right.
Even if he wasn't coherent or if he just forgot my name.
Mm-hmm.
Trust
Right.
and believe.
Right.
He would have said it'd be just like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
It was old, man. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck it. I want you to get that nigga
Right. Facts.
to the beat.
Right. So what happens next after she says, you know, I don't want to perjure myself? What happens next with that?
What the? I ain't never seen no shit. Now they ready to lock everybody up because we like, what the fuck? Who does this? Who does this type of stuff? Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's no, man.
Now they need order in the court now.
Yeah,
Huh?
just order. We're this not gonna. He said this ain't gonna be a clown show. This ain't gonna be a show or some shit like that. So I just wanted them to calm down. I said, fuck, man. You know, we got our hands behind our back, man. I think they put him in front at that point. I don't know. I know that I felt suffocated right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these motherfuckers ain't gonna admit.
So this was at an appeal?
Yeah, it was yeah, sort of like appeal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got back on what she said. That's how we.
Okay. What happens ultimately out of this attempt of appeal? What ultimately happens? They deny you at this point?
Denied.
Okay.
Denied the spoke.
Wow.
Tell me, wait.
How can you?
Where are you at when you find out that it was denied?
Right there. They denied it that day.
That same day that they
same
did
day.
the, okay.
Yeah, well, we went. I'm in the county. I'm in the county jail.
Right.
Then we went back. Then went back the next day. We stayed down there for like, that was damn near like a vacation, bro. Coming from prison.
Right.
Going down to the county and shit. I hadn't seen my cousin in like maybe 20 something years.
Dang.
Man, this nigga hugging. Man, matter of fact, the county people, they knew us from being in the prison in the county so long. When they got us down there, we was in different cells. They let us come out and kick it.
Right.
In the free. We hugging like, what up, cuz? You know, glad to see each other and shit. Like, damn, bro, nigga, we finally about to get our name cleared. Damn, after all these years.
Right.
And you had guards saying, yeah, bro, y'all gonna get a lot of money and shit like that. I wasn't even thinking about no damn. I wasn't even thinking about. I really wasn't. I was just really wanting to get my name cleared
And then get up out of there.
I'm gonna, you know, because I'm thinking like, yo, I'm gonna get my own money, man. I ain't even tripping. You know, but these motherfuckers are gonna clear my name and they gonna get it right.
So they deny you. What's the next thing you do after that?
Boy, I was sick, bro. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers are gonna keep this shit like this. Really? So I went back. I went back to prison, and I shot a movie. These cats. I'm still connected with these directors, and this movie's gonna come out probably. They're shopping this movie. It's called M.A. with Talent. Redemption Project.
Okay.
Y'all might want to look it up. Johnny Collins and Joe Jerome, good brothers, man. I wrote a song called "It Is What It Is" for they. It's on the soundtrack and everything. It is what it is.
That's hard.
Real shit. And I'm gonna give y'all some of the soundtracks so y'all can play some of that shit.
For sure.
And anyway, I got moved to a lower prison. I guess they call themselves, you know, dropping my level.
A step down.
He's, you know,
Like that's helping you out.
yeah, like you freaking devil. I'm still locked up. I was still locked up. I was still, I was shitty, bro. But I said I'm gonna make the best of this while I'm here. I'm still gonna be out, have my mind out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had already created the clothing line. I created the clothing line in the big joint.
Right.
I created that through a lot of help from nurses and stuff like that.
And tell us a little bit about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was man. You know, I created this clothing line. It's called Osmond's Fashions. My name backwards, Lorenzo backwards, and I originally created these underwear for plus size women, crouchless underwear with a door, and the door was symbolic to my freedom. Every time you see the door fly.
Wow.
That's hard.
Symbolic to my freedom. And I made some caps and some sweatsuits and.
You know what I'm saying? That's a nice hat right there. You feel?
Yeah, you got one on, man. That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's me with the ESPN reporter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I wore it to the press conference and all that, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure. So, like, where did you get, like, your sense of fashion from?
Well, you know what, man? During this time, I was just sitting there, man. I seen Sean John and all these cats. They making clothing lines and shit like that. You know, when I was on the street, I had a presidential rollie and didn't even know what the fuck it was.
Right.
Before Puffy and all them niggas had rollies and they was throwing rollies. I had a Rolex with diamonds matched all on it, and my mother looked at me and said, "You need to take that shit off."
That sounds like a grandmama.
Take that shit off because you looking like a damn fool. You run around here, all this diamonds and gold and stuff on. What are you trying to prove?
Right.
So I took that Rolex back to the store and traded in for a bracelet. That was a bracelet that they was trying to say was on scene of crime.
Wow.
But anyway, that was before. But my mindset was this, man. I seen both of them, you know, making all these clothing lines and shit like that. My mindset was like, I can do any fucking thing, bro. Even in here, if you see my tattoo, man, I got a diamond on it. I felt that's to say I'm gonna shine in the joint too. I'm gonna shine in. Nothing's gonna stop me. Yeah, I can't just walk out of here, but I'm being who I am. That's the spirit. So that's what made me put that clothing line together. But I was thinking about when I get out, I'm gonna have to hit the ground running. So I gotta have my own business. Ain't nobody gonna hire me with this label on me.
Right.
As you know what I'm saying. So I created that with some help from good people, man. Real good people who still there, and I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? And wow, bro. I mean, it showed me what you can do if you really put your mind, no matter where you at. You can do it, and I've done it. Actually done it. And these underwear, you know, you seen some of them.
Yeah. For sure.
And later on, I'm gonna get with you guys, and we're gonna put it out there.
For sure.
I think people gonna like it, man. I hope they do.
Yeah.
And but every part of the gear is symbolic to my freedom. When you see the doors and the different doors coming open.
That's hard. For sure, man. So, was there anything else prominent like you did? I mean, like you spoke about, like you still write music while you was locked up to keep your mind free. You're in a movie. You carry a clothing line. You kind of get a little bit more leeway with the guards because like they kind of feel the energy of, man, that brother really ain't did it. He would have been said it. What other interests did you have while you were in there?
Well, after the movie, there was a show. I did a show, and after I done the show, I was called down to the captain's office early in the morning, and there was a whole lot of people just sitting around, and like I'm thinking something happened at home, man. Like, they all looked at me, come on in, man. I'm like, man, I don't even really deal with police, bro. I'm not. I don't want to look like I'm coming in snitching on nobody.
Right.
Calling me to the captain's office. I'm not even on that shit.
When a cheeseburger, like, wait a minute, bro.
You know how it is. I was like, nah, bro, I'm cool, man. Did I do something wrong? No, we just want to talk to you. I said, all right, man. He said, what would you think about making a video, a music video? I had never made no video in my life, man. I saw these videos. I made my first music video. They made a video of me.
That's hard.
In the joint. Of a song that I wrote for the show. Like every time they had something there, they want me to write a song for it. So I wrote a song called Preston for this particular show. And these producers came back and shot a music video of me, bro. I was just like, the whole prison looking at me like, who this nigga?
Right.
You think you Bobby Brown?
Right.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm doing me. I'm trying to make the best out of this motherfucker. If they want to shoot a video, I'm getting down.
Right.
So, well, and then after that, I made a CD. I think I was the first person to ever make a CD in Indiana. In the joint.
Wow.
In the joint.
Mm-hmm.
I made a music CD, but they kind of made it. This Chaplin, she was kind of like on I don't want to say the wrong shit because you have communities at me like,
right.
Watch around. She was just hard towards me, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because she thought I thought that my shit didn't stink.
Yeah.
I walk around and do shit that, they'll allow me to do shit out that movie, man. They allow me to do shit that motherfuckers just don't do.
Right.
So they made her let me make a CD. The commissioner.
Right.
He wants to make a CD, let Mr. Reid make him a CD.
Right.
Cool. Fucking A, bro. Fucking totally fucking radical, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, then it got to the point where she was like, okay, well, if he's gonna make a CD, he's gotta write every lyric of his song to make sure I see the lyrics, and he has to compose it. I never composed a song. That means you gotta go on the piano and make every note what it is. I learned how to compose. She don't know, she did it further. She taught me how to compose.
Wow.
I'm like,
Sure did.
so I had to write every note. I had to write every note to the song. I wrote songs. I write music for my
Right.
head.
Yeah, like lyrics, but
Lyrics, no.
But you have to put them
I write
in.
music for my head.
You have to put them in that
Yeah, you
form.
could just hum something and I'll make music for you. Right now. I do that right now. But I'm saying, I didn't know how to put the note, what note I was playing.
Right.
I didn't know. She said, well, it has to be able to be played for other people to play it if he's gonna have a CD. This is how she coming on. I
Right.
ain't never seen no motherfucker do it.
she thinking like
She didn't think you was gonna get it done.
she thinks she gonna outprice you out the market, saying you ain't gonna be able to do it.
Exactly.
Right.
But I was determined. I'm like, this bitch ain't gonna stop me from making my CD, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my life, man. I ain't got nothing else. I don't have shit else. You gonna took my damn life. You done took everything from me. So all I got is music. Well, I got God, and whatever y'all want to call it, I got a personal relationship
Right.
with a higher power,
Right.
and I believe in.
Right. And you got a baby on the outside that you had on the inside.
Yeah.
The bar. The bar. Word.
But
Okay.
yeah,
But you finally compose it. You actually
composed
finalize it. You have a
couldn't
CD.
believe it.
Boom.
I
So
made a CD.
so she had to, adhere
had
to her.
let me do it. But when in the middle of making the CD, guess what? They moved me. They had me move to a lower place called IREF.
Okay.
This is the place where you got birds and ducks and shit, women, long, everything. You see it. This is when I'm in Indianapolis. They got this place called IREF. This is where all the good guys
Yeah.
are about to.
They stepping you down.
It's a
Yeah.
re-entry program.
Okay.
And you re-entering. Now I know when I get in this motherfuckers coming to me like, man, we see your video, you blah 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 blah. I'm feeling like a goddamn celebrity or something.
Right.
Like, yo, man, I ain't bird up. But I'm kind of nervous too, cause you get too much shining.
Yeah.
You stick your ass.
Right.
So you gotta watch. That's why you know, cuz. You can't shine too damn much, so I wasn't trying to, I was just really thinking about home. I had forgot about the videos and shit like that. I was ready to go. This is close to work release. I'm about to go to work. I'm trying to shoot for work release. But they wasn't letting murderers, a person with a murder, have work release. We didn't have it. But the commissioner, guess what, bro? I'm sitting in sitting in the chapel, just playing the piano, and they see this motherfucker with, you know how the president walked through with guards with him and shit. See this motherfucker with the guards and shit.
God.
It's the director of communication. His name is Doug Garrison.
Okay.
This is motherfucker. He really organized me, get me out of. He's walking through there. He's like, you guys know Lorenzo?
Dun-dun-dun.
And this at the new place.
That's at IREF, yo.
IREF.
Remember, they built that with. I'm like, damn.
Let me guess. Oh wait. Let me guess. It was music to your ears.
That was music to my ears. I'm not gonna
Music.
I know. I'm serious,
That's all.
bro,
Yeah.
on everything, bro.
Yeah.
I just could not believe that
Fathom.
he came straight to the place just to visit. He was just telling me, I just come to see how he was going. Because I think I was a project for them. I think to them it was a project to see how I was going to adjust to IREF and being
other
in
places.
society after being locked up so long and being in a cage. So he came and checked me out, and I said, I'm doing good.
Wow.
I'm ready to go to work release. He said, just be patient, you know, I see what I do. He couldn't say that he already got me in there for it. So I finally get the work release. And I hit the street now. Well, the first time I went to work at a job, man. I went to work at a job at nighttime, bro. Outside. Well, the first time I went out of prison, well, I wasn't out yet, but I was working in a place called Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight, yeah.
I was a salesman. See, they ain't supposed to know what you go in there like this is how work release is set up.
They don't tell them.
First of all, I wasn't supposed to go to work release.
Right.
Because you was in there for.
Right. I was the very first person with that case.
With that level, okay, yeah.
Murder.
That
Work
worked.
release. I'm sitting there like, I'm thinking every day, man, they gonna put me back on the bus. They're gonna say, oh, we made a mistake. You know, because I know I wasn't supposed to be there.
So these motherfuckers was doing you favors in there because they know they got you in there.
Now I want to ask you. So at this point in time, your co-defendants in the case, are they already home or are they still locked up? Okay.
They're already home.
How much time did they ultimately get? Your
My
co-defendants.
cousin got 22 years. He had to do 22 years. I did 24 years.
So he got out 2 years earlier than you. And what about the other person?
She got out 15 years. She
Wow.
got out 15 years.
Wow. So yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all based on her lie. It really started with her lie. She the one that started up with the Cookie Webster. You know, they got them together.
So
she got railroaded in it.
So she got 15 years based off her lying.
She wrote the Cookie Webster girl up. She rolled her up in it. That's what got her started. But she didn't testify against her. She backed off and told the truth. I lied. They didn't want to hear it.
They still got it.
Your ass going to jail.
Yeah.
Yep. And we still running with your narrative.
BX.
Right.
BX,
Wow.
and I mean that today. BX.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that hoe.
So you were part of the pilot program of entry for murder.
So yeah.
Accused murder.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, man.
Yeah.
You know nothing. But they ain't let me work late. But every day I'm thinking like, man, this can't be real, man.
So you going to work? You in Harbor Freight? You in there being a salesman? Boom, little shorties coming in.
They don't. Huh?
Like the chicks coming into the store and all that.
Are you serious? I'm not so. Listen, man.
He's sitting there like, I can smell. Oh, there she go. You can smell them by this way.
Listen, bro.
Good.
You know, you go to lunch. You can go have a lunch break. You work for like 8 hours, right? Y'all remember Ponderosa?
Yeah, for sure.
They had a Ponderosa
Best chicken ever.
within the fucking thing,
What?
man.
Say that.
I was
Legendary chicken.
Man, listen, man. I was scared to death because they say it's always a guard in the parking lot.
Somewhere.
They,
Right.
They ain't got time for that shit. You working, you don't make it back, they gonna
Yeah.
be hunting your ass.
Yeah.
But I went to Ponderosa, man. I was so scared, man. When I was walking, I was
Felt like a freed slave.
Boy, how did you do that and not keep going?
I felt like Kunta Kinte.
How did you not keep going?
Well, hey, that's one, but like, wait, I got this far?
I'm serious.
When you know you innocent.
Exactly. I would, but
Yeah.
I was just told them they had me out there working.
Yeah.
Just like a normal person. I was supposed to act like a normal person.
Yeah.
As long as I got back from lunch in time. I
No harm, no
cool.
foul.
They didn't know. The people I was working with
Had no
didn't know.
idea, right?
They didn't even know. But I was a salesman. They, you know, I was a salesman. I used to sell drugs, so I
Right.
was good at selling things. But anyway, I went to Ponderosa and sat down, man. I thought everybody knew. I thought everybody
You was
knew
like
that
a
I was
life.
president. I'm not lying. They had Kroger's.
He went and took somebody's Ponderosa float. He went and took somebody's plate. Went and house somebody's plate. Hey, that shit look good, dog. Let me.
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, that's how they looked. That's how they looked at
You about to house somebody's food in there?
They looked like I was going to. But I went to Kroger's, man, for the first time. This is when I really knew that I was out of touch with the world, man.
Yeah.
They had that self-serve place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull up there, I'm like, what a
Go to cat. Yeah.
And dude behind me knew. He's a brother. He was like, I'll help you out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He saved my ass, man, because I didn't know what to do.
Right. He like.
I'm like, what I'm going to do with this shit, you know?
Like, ain't nobody in here.
No, it was people in
Yeah.
there behind me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nobody in the
There wasn't no cashier.
I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So that was crazy, man. But I was re-entering society.
Mm-hmm.
But God, man, got me through all that, man. Got me to that point.
So like, when did they fully like let you? Yeah.
Okay.
And what was that day like? Like, walk us through that day.
Man, it was bananas, bro.
Like, walk over there. They like bang on your cell. They say what?
They actually told me that. Well, I knew my out day. I knew when I was about to get out. I knew that the day I was gonna get out and everything.
Now, is it kind of that nervousness fill back in again from the last time you were about to get out? It was, I'm about to get out, and then they Bunky Johnson me, and then now you getting close to this next day to get out again.
Bro,
Are you nervous? Like, come on, man. Are they really gonna let me out this time?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that they were gonna change their mind and say, you know how they did me at that place and came and got me
Yeah.
at one place, and locked me up for the murder.
Yeah.
I thought they was gonna come to get me for something else. That was my mindset at the time. I just thought that they were gonna get me.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what I did? I taped it.
Oh, this is hard.
You did?
First day of my freedom.
Put it back in that camera. Nah, the other one.
Oh, what's up?
That one facing you, yeah. Up just a little. All right, right there.
You know that I'm totally innocent of this crime, so I gotta stay here and fight and clear my name. But so gotta bear with me a little bit till this is over with. But 29th January, free.
It's hard, man.
January 29th. Where you was at your first apartment?
No, I was at this. They wouldn't let me. They didn't even want me out. They didn't want me to come to their town because of my case.
Yeah.
So I had to, man. I had a job, so they couldn't stop me. I had a job. That was a little hotel. That was a box.
Okay,
It was like,
okay.
You know the sheds that they have in the back of their yards.
Mm-hmm.
It was a shed
Right.
made into a hotel.
But that amount of freedom,
Was love for me.
that's hard.
I didn't give a fucking. I would have slept in a hole.
Mm-hmm.
I would have slept in a hole. And the next
That's
day
hard.
I bought me a car, man. I met this dude who was a preacher. I met this dude who lived in that city. He came and got me. Man. I had saved up some money and I got me a car. Because I got my license while I was in there.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
Huh?
Get my license.
Huh?
Serious business.
You just did the class?
Yeah, I went through the jail. You can go, they let you do that. You get your. I thought I still had my license. I'm like, man, I already got license.
They like, man.
Yes, I did.
And they like,
You in Indiana, not Ohio.
You had your license,
Right.
dude?
Right.
You don't have your license anymore.
That's funny as fuck.
I had to go through the test
Right.
and all that shit again.
Right.
I was like, man, so I had to have Indiana license. I hated it.
Oh yeah. Nah.
You got me fucked
Only
up.
worth that is a Michigan license.
Oh, man, I just didn't want the Indiana name.
Yeah,
on my
yeah,
shit.
for
You got
sure.
me put it anywhere, not here.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my license, and the brother came and got me, man. Good brother, he passed away, man. Good dude, man. Real good dude. Came and got
R.I.P.
me, took me to this cat, bought this car. The dude met me. He was like, "Hey, man, you know what, man? I got a daughter, man. Man, I got a daughter, man. She would love you."
What?
This is God. This is on God. God to tell you, I'm telling the truth. I ain't lying. His daughter. I just met him. I just met this dude.
And of course they white.
Said, yes, they white.
Indiana.
And he was a good dude. He was almost white. They treated him
No
so
disrespect.
Good, he was like,
Yeah.
But from what the dude had
White is just a descriptive noun, guys, all right? White is a descriptive noun, right? If a car's white, a car is white. If it's black, it's black.
I don't mean no harm about that, but I'm just saying.
If it's yellow, it's...
I don't think a black dude would have done that.
What, man? What?
But anyway, I had told him that I had been... But the dude that took him, he knew that,
Yeah, he knew what time it was.
Yeah.
With him and shit. He said, this is a good dude. And the dude, man, he was like, he sold me a car and wanted me to meet his daughter. So his daughter came to meet me at the hotel. Beautiful. Oh, my... Man.
I would have been
Are
scared.
you serious, bro? I was like, God? I'm talking to God like...
Picture yourself.
And you didn't even holler at nothing. You didn't even try to get nothing.
No,
it just fell in your lap. I know. I'm just saying.
I can get my... I can walk in the store. That's my mindset. I can walk anywhere and do whatever as far as that.
Yeah.
That was my mindset.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, and mystical too. A mystical feel the same way.
Oh my God.
I gotta keep shooting. Man, wide open in the corner.
I'm a I don't think I can do anything.
There you go.
Okay, so he let you visit her, or did they bring her to you?
She
drove. She was driving.
I got her number. She called, and that's where I was at. She came to see me.
All right. Okay. So now you know what I'm saying, like you getting your feet wet. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Like you starting to get a car, but it's one thing I want to ask you, right? So for 20 years, 25 years of being locked up, right? 24 years of being locked up. So some of the time you were working while you were locked up. Tell them how much money you came home with for like you little street thugs out there that saying you're not gonna go work no minimum wage job.
No, I wasn't. I was working good.
Yeah.
They got good jobs out in Elkhart. That was in Elkhart, Indiana, close to Chicago.
Okay.
It was good jobs. You got good pay. No, I wasn't gonna pay. I wasn't gonna just take anything because.
No. I'm saying, how much did you come home from working in prison after all that time?
Out of work release?
Yeah.
I had about maybe $3 grand, I think.
So
that was enough to really
get
started.
But I'm saying
for the car for $1,200.
I'm saying for the kids at home that's saying they can't go work no 9 to 5. And then instead you go to prison and you go work for 20-something years to come home and get $3,200.
Exactly.
Like, think about that when you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, go out there to be thugs in the streets.
Oh, man. I see some kids that come to work now, man. They don't they just so used to just, this is all kids do. I see kids doing this now. They recite somebody else's joint.
That's exactly what they look like.
Somebody else's joint, and you pointing a gun. It's always you pointing a gun and you do it, and you pulling up your pants, and they falling right back down, and you pull them back up again. Okay, that's cool for a video. That's cool for a video.
Yeah.
If it's your video, if it's your music, if you did it, cool. Do it in the video. But real life,
lifestyle, yeah.
You can make you can just go and get a job. And you can make a video with your money that you make. For real.
Yeah.
You don't have to shoot nobody, or you don't have to shoot somebody, or you don't have to be a studio gangster. Because that's corny as fuck, bro. I'm just being I'm gonna be on some real shit, man. That's the corniest shit. I know we did shit as kids, man. I know we did shit. We invented sagging. Right. And we invented it, and now.
What about the prison element to it as well? Because
you better not sag in the joint, nigga, because they think you're advertising. No, you don't play yourself. You sagging around there, it's niggas never getting out.
Have you seen that happen to somebody before?
What? You try to be sag? No, let me tell you something.
There we go.
It's another misconception people got about prison. I don't got nothing against gays. I got gay buddies. Hey, what's up, bro? I still come, bro. I ain't no identity crisis. I know you're cool. You gay? Cool. I'm not gonna knock you. That's your thing. That ain't my thing. I like chicks.
Right.
No, that's what was my mindset in there. I like chicks. I like women. If there ain't no women in here, I'm gonna be jacking off in the corner looking at some women. Real women. Sure. But if they see you sagging, I'm talking about they see you sagging, they think you advertising your ass, and they gonna wanna fuck. And I don't wanna hear no niggas talking this old clown corny shit talking about they got turned out in the joint. Not real. hold up, newsflash. Anybody go in there and get fucked over, they doing something, and again, okay. Let me say
there are willing participants.
You would did it on the street. If you did it in there, you would do it on the streets. So don't try to see that turned out. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people think that, you know, that's what everybody do when they go to the joint. They mess with homeless. No. If that's what you do, cool.
Right.
That's what you do. I don't knock nobody, I don't judge nobody. But everybody ain't in the joint committing homosexual acts. No.
So I'll be
Kill that shit.
So I'll be remiss not to ask you the question. So there was a viral story of a transgender male of sorts. I mean, he still has his male genitalia. Now the rules has been that if you are transgender, you can go to a woman's prison, right? So he identifies as a woman. He goes there and he gets multiple women pregnant. How do you feel about that? Yeah,
that's new too.
Yeah, it's new.
Now.
That's how if you ain't got a genitalia.
No.
He still got
the joint
his.
still, but he
transgender.
What? I'm gonna keep it real. What? Who don't like it? Who don't like it out there? If your mind said you ain't never getting out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you a little story. Now that I'm out, I can tell this.
There we go.
Okay, I worked in a hospital with nothing but females, and there was a male staff. He was over the staff, and he was over who worked there.
Right.
And if he thought you was fucking with the girls, your ass out of there.
Well, you out of there, right?
And that's my life. That's my life. Are you serious?
Right.
I'm in this with all these females.
Right.
I'm not losing this job.
Right.
So one day, I just threw him off. He was talking about, yeah, man, these faggots this, you know. I said, man, you just offended me.
You have to get to him.
I didn't tell him I was God.
Yeah.
You offended me. He said, oh.
So he wouldn't even think nothing.
I didn't know. So I just played it.
So that way, now you under the radar where you can.
Under the radar, he never thought. But I would always make it like, you know. So I would throw something at this other bitch. She would always be telling shit.
Yeah.
Telling, because she was older and she didn't like us fucking with
The
shit.
excitement, yeah.
Right.
So I'd be like, oh, your nephew is kind of cute. She has some pictures of her nephew. I said, he's kind of cute.
Right.
I had to. You gotta do.
Right.
That's what
A little smoke signal.
I had to do what I had to do just to stay alive. Know what I mean? And that was my mindset. You wanna. I know you're gonna tell on me, bitch. I know you're gonna get me out of here. But guess what? I'll file a lawsuit.
Are you assuming my gender?
That's discrimination.
All right.
Without saying, and
right.
I wasn't making fun of gay
Right.
people.
Right.
I wasn't.
No.
I was just trying to. I was trying to throw them off of what I was really doing.
Right.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
course. I mean,
so they wouldn't know, of course.
And I stayed there through I stayed there 10 years. I stayed in the hospital 10 years. I go there night, day, do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. Food, steak. Who eats steak? I'm eating steaks and potatoes and shit. Going back
and the materials from some of their fabrics you were able to make clothes with.
That's right.
Right.
And you know what, bro? I'm gonna tell you something, man. The first time I got some pussy, man, I didn't know what to do, man. I went back to my cell and I was like, kept on.
Like, was that real, huh?
Now look, I was smelling my finger like, damn, I really got some pussy. Are you serious? After all these years?
In
That's
there,
how I felt,
yeah,
man.
hell yeah.
To myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't tell nobody.
Oh, nah.
You can't tell a soul because these niggas gonna tell.
They gonna tell just to get you out of there.
And I just played them niggas like, man, I don't do nothing, man. Let me use your phone. Now, you know we have phones in there. We have phones in the joint. But I never let nobody see my phone. I would turn around and ask to use their phone. Nigga,
Right.
We know you got a phone. I don't got no phone.
Bro. I was about to
And
ask
you work at the hospital.
Hey.
You working in the hospital, you ain't got no phone.
And it's
prison.
Trying to get out.
And it's also work where people call you asking for money. But I was about to ask you for $20. Man, Peanut, man, I know you got it, man. Now you got it, man.
Ask you.
Yeah.
But see, I would beat them to the jump, you know what I'm saying? Because that just throw them off. Because you don't want no nigga. That's what these niggas are hating. They was mad.
sure.
A clothing line, nigga?
For sure.
Yeah, shut. All right.
So, what was your plan for when you came home?
Okay, my plan was this. I was gonna sell some of my music. I really don't want to say sell my music because you can never something that you have so much pain in and you put together, man. It's hard to just give it away, man. I opened up the show with Tony Terry. Y'all remember Tony Terry?
Mm-hmm.
That dude.
Mm-hmm.
Open up him, man. I was just like, yo. I wrote him a song. I was gonna do some writing on the side, man, and just. But he told me, man, he's like, once a person got the song, it's theirs. That means, in my mind, I gotta forget about it. Forget about it. It was just hard for me to just forget about it. I want to give it to you, but I'm almost like should I say selfish? I don't want to be like that. I want to give it away, but I want it. It's just, so
Man,
it's just crazy, bro.
Well, here on the Legendary People podcast, we had a thing called the butterfly effect. Either something you said in the course of the interview or something I found in the course of the research that I found and truly profound and amazing. And you just saying it right there made me think of my same type of situation, man. So I've told this story before because some on long piece of paper, some on pages we ripped out the Bible, them empty pages in there, the same one we used to, you know what I mean? Right? And I went to a music conference. I went with Streetlight Entertainment, me, Jay Vez, and all that. We go down there. It's a guy named Kevin Sean there. And Kevin Sean says, man, I don't buy talents, I buy records. Basically, like, so we got a chance to do our songs, everything like that. He was, man, I'm loving the songs, I'm loving this and the third. He asked us, you have XYZ, which is, do you have any, what's your numbers on YouTube? What's your numbers on this? What's your numbers on this? And I'm like, I would just thinking it'd be better if no one ever heard my music and not show you first. He's like, no, I don't buy talent. Like, I buy records. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, he told me everybody he writing music for at that time, I think OJ the Juice Man was one of them. It was a bunch of people, right? Mm-hmm. And in my head, I felt the same way you did was, this little $10,000 to $12,000 I get for this is not worth me hearing Lil Wayne or somebody like that. What I just damn near died going through the half. Yeah. You feel me? So I know exactly where you are in that moment.
I mean no harm, but what you just said,
yeah,
that was some huge shit right there.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was grande.
For sure.
Mucho grande. That was so fucking huge right
there.
For
sure.
And people don't understand it. For a person, and yeah, I got a lot of songs. I can just do that. I can just make room. I got gospel music. I got country music. I just wrote a country song. I got country music. I got
with hip hop in it.
Hip hop music.
So
hard for me to just be like
and give it away like that. Yes.
It ain't the money.
So you also brought, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You brought your baby with you. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's see you mix it up a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't mind?
I had a request for a joint, man. And I'll share it with you, bro.
Here we go, man.
I guess because this song is.
What do you call your baby, man?
I don't call it nothing. This ain't even my baby. This is something I borrowed, man. Because my baby, man, is
you gotta come back in the camera.
But person, I've been requesting this joint.
Yeah, you might have back up just a little tad bit.
Back up just a little bit.
Let me know if I'm good.
We good, bro?
Yeah, you good.
Right
Yep.
You got, man.
This ain't a little tune, but I'm gonna share a little bit with y'all, man. Just this. What you think about, people say what you want, believe how you think. No more rings to these haters these days.
Good voice.
Keep shaking till the haters shook away. There you are trying to steal my style. If you only knew, it's been a little while. That's why it's difficult to keep it on in place. Don't be surprised what you see on my face when I'm smiling. I'm so glad Now even though I'm strong, sometimes it made me cry. Many nights I sit and wondering why this is not real. How could this be? Funniest feeling came over me when I started smiling. I'm so glad I can breathe again. Smiling, smile, just keep on smiling. No, it's kind of crazy these days to keep on and keep on smiling. When the sun don't shine, I'm smiling. On rainy days, I'm smiling. When shit don't go my way, I keep on smiling. Situation's gonna come, try to dull your shine. Keep on smiling. Whoa, whoa.
High pitch.
Gotta keep on smiling.
That's hard.
Everybody in the building smile.
Can the people get the sound?
Man, listen.
Oh, that was sweet, man.
That's hard, bro. That's hard.
Hey, man, let's feel out of tune, but hey.
That's
it's
hard.
all good,
Oh,
yo.
man.
Hey, but
And bro, I'm gonna tell you this,
it was a whole
bro.
lot of pain
That was
in
nice.
track,
That
right
was
in
nice
track
to
right
put
there.
together like
And
that.
listen,
Going through what you've
listen.
been through.
Listen, to all the ladies that heard that, I sound just like that. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I sound just like that. I want y'all to know. Nah, so I mean, but you know, like we spoke before, you know what I'm saying, about like because like you're saying more or less, I'm saying you are happy for, you know, all the stuff that you built, you know, while you were there. I mean, like you really didn't use that as a, man, fuck it, I ain't gonna do nothing with my life kind of thing. You kind of hit the ground running. But you also have like a different type of spirit because like you were saying, like you're not trying to go get no money back or nothing like that.
Nah,
But I want to say one thing. However, there's two things that happened that I actually found out after we got a chance to have our first interview, which I'm glad because that's how the butterfly effect works, man. It's like you really don't get a chance to. Stuff happens when it's supposed to happen. You rush something, you can break it, right? So one thing I found was actually in Indiana, right? Wrongfully convicted man received $7.5 million settlement in Indiana. The South Bend Tribune basically said that like it's a similar case to yours. So I mean, you can reach out to that same attorney, right? And I'm good enough to get the research for you. But another thing I want to let you know is that wrongful conviction laws in Ohio are now changed to the point where they literally have it to where there's no statute of limitations on you being able to do it. So your kids will be able to reap the benefits of it in Ohio, not Indiana yet.
Yeah.
But this is showing that the signs of you actually getting redemption
And
getting compensated it is more than likely to happen if you go through these different channels. So I will look for that same attorney that was on his brother's case, which is let me get it for you one more time. His name is it's in Urquhart, Indiana. And brother name is Keith Cooper.
That's where he was living.
Yep, Keith Cooper. So this is right in the same area. Yes, yeah.
You gotta send me that.
Yeah, for sure. I got you.
And you know what? It's like you said. I'm not tripping on the money.
7.5 million. 7.5 million.
They need to give it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
For sure, man.
You know but I more so, I just want my name to be clear.
Right.
Real shit.
Right.
I mean, and it's for me. It's for me. I need my name to be clear.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
Because I just want these motherfuckers to say that it was wrong.
So
all these years they had the wrong motherfucker, and the people still out there who did it.
Right.
And they probably did some more shit.
And I read this book called The Alchemist, man, and they say the same hand that written the end, the same one who's writing this part of the poetry right here. And I want to say, man, you had that lady come all the way from Kentucky to try to help you in that instance, and I'm saying she couldn't. You had the chaplain come all the way down there and try to help you, and it did. Now what you gonna have to do is go back down there and go get that money, bro. You gonna have to be the person to go down there.
He do.
Yeah. Now, and then he gonna be saying, this dude came all from down here to see me. And he gonna be blown away at your story being similar to his.
Makes sense, man.
So, man, bro.
That makes sense.
Keith Cooper, we're going to keep him
Keith Cooper, cuz, we coming for you. I got you.
I can actually find him.
I got you.
live in that little small town.
I got you.
I was real quiet, yo. You know what I mean? I thought I was the only black dude in that town. Serious.
Right.
I probably seen one black dude. And I lived there for a year.
Finish the legendary. Take us out with the sponsors.
So what is next for the Great Zoe, man?
Great. Thank God, it's great, man. But I appreciate that, bro. Well, first of all, I gotta give me a guitar. You see how the guitar? That guitar is really out of tune, whatever. But no, I'm working on some new. I'm trying to get this documentary. I'm trying to get it out.
Speaking of that, Daryl on the comments, Big Bruh said, tell your truth always, my brother, and y'all definitely gonna get that screenplay written up.
There it go.
Your story.
There it go.
Y'all need to get started on it. Griselda Haynes said, hey, Calvin Holt used to play with you in the band. He said that's you, his boy. He said Lorenzo, you know, so we got some people in the comment section.
That's what's up, man.
Before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Hit them sponsors, man.
Yeah, so
that's what I want to do. I was with these cats out of Columbus, man, who was shooting it. I really, man, I got a lot of footage, man, of different stuff, man.
Keep all your footage and blend it all in.
I need a crew, man, to finish this.
I know.
Man. And I'm looking for a new, fresh band, man.
For sure.
Some people who wanna learn some new music and go some places, man.
Okay.
You know, so y'all keep your ears open.
Yeah. So how can they contact you?
You can contact me at Lorenzo Reid. Just on my Facebook right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't have a Instagram and stuff like that.
And Kevin Sean told me you got to go get it.
But I'm gonna have to get all that. But you can contact me on Lorenzo Reid. Just come to my Facebook. If you legitimate, you know what I'm saying? You ain't asking for the money. You know what I mean? I accept you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What about email account? Just have them email you.
Lorenzo Reid at yahoo.com.
There we go, man.
Lorenzo Reid.
And your son doing music now? I've been seeing.
Yeah.
I've been seeing footages of him. I'm like, that's Lil Oz.
Man, my son.
With Big Oz, he big now.
He is cold. He's cold on them legs, bro. You don't get in.
Shout out his stuff too, real quick before we go.
All my shorties. I love all of my shorties.
Well, your son on Facebook.
Hey, Lorenzo Jr.
Okay, Lorenzo Reid Jr. Y'all check his music out.
For
sure.
Got this joint out called "Give Me a Sec." He said, "Hold up." I mean, I hold up on a lot of shit.
Yeah, exactly. You got to pay attention, huh?
You know, but I mean, all of my kids are very talented, man. They all in that fun.
Right.
So, but I want to give a shout out to my youngest. She's 5 years old, Genevieve.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't probably gonna see this yet.
Right.
But it's all platforms. She might.
That's what we do this for, man. We do this so we can catalog.
And she could go back to it.
Yeah.
Your family could go back and look at this if they missed it.
So, man. So yeah, thank you guys, man. This has been another legendary interview, man. Like I said, man, we got the Legendary People podcast. We have Real Neighborhood News, man. Some people's stories are legends. Some people are legends, and sometimes you have a story that is both encompassed of the two, man. We want to salute our sponsors, Sheiks for Breakfast, Agnes All Natural Grills. If you ever injured in an accident, please contact Michael Wright. You want to get lit a little bit, make sure you holler at my man Antoine Cunningham on Facebook. He got to do it big for the kids. August 14th, August 7th, Leo Bash. I'm hosting an event down there, man. You really should come down there, man, because it's a band down there. It's August 7th, man. August 7th, and I got you offline. And then you feel me? You come down there because I actually have a whole live band there. So you feel me? And it's called Love Locks. You got the locks. Look, yeah, you get right up in there. Yeah, word. So man, go for your mouth. T-shirtking247.com /resource. Your business is my business, man. Legendary People podcast. Legendary people, legendary stories, man. Being a cop is not a victim. Was lit.